Hello.
Hi.
Woo. Welcome to Tempting Fate. And welcome to Tempting Fate.
Yay. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So tonight we are doing episode 3 of our Star Wars series. The first episode, episode 1 with our good friend Eric Campbell, was the sort of New Hope era. And then episode 2 with our friend Katrina Dennis was like the prequel era. And this week we are jumping ahead to the sequel era, of Rey and Finn and Poe. And we have with us, first our regulars, Marquia McCarty and Gina DeVivo and Sam Dolev. Hello. And our very special guest, Eliza Pearl.
Yay!
One of our original Tempting Fate regulars, actually. So, like, a returning family. It's good to have you.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
How you been?
Been good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, okay, announcement. You can get Tempting Fate logo shirts at the TeePublic store. Dom will put that link in the chat. Sam has got one on right now.
Looks sexy. Get a Tempting Fate shirt.
Oh, yeah. You can't buy publicity like that. Uriah Fenn, thank you. Librarian Liz, thank you.
Gotta turn me on the table.
We'll talk. And if you want to see any of the previous hacks we played on the show, there is a link available in the Tempting Fate Room as Saving Throw Discord. Dom will throw that link up too.
We recommend the Roger Rabbit
one. And Kai.
It is. A lot of things come back to the Roger Rabbit one.
Yeah, check out Roger Rabbit if you're going to hit our old YouTubes. It's like, for some reason, it just comes up again and again. And thanks to, Crude Nightbright, thank you for the sub. John Harper, the guy who designed Lasers and Feelings, which is the game we play here. He's a great game designer. Follow him on Twitter at john_harper.com. He does a lot of other stuff like Blades in the Dark and a bunch of other cool games. Check all that out. And thanks to Dom and Saving Throw, who make all this possible by providing this platform for us. And thank you to you who make Saving Throw possible through your donations. And you've been incredibly generous this season and last season, and God, we are just so grateful. So as usual, there are Carrier Penguins, and definitely check out today's official Carrier Penguin on Twitter by our friend Meaning of Night. It is like
Carrier.
Penguin. Yeah, it's like
Penguins.
Penguin Ray and Penguin Kylo Ren.
So cute.
So it's amazing.
Penguin.
Accurate.
Is it like a goth little penguin? He's kind of sad.
I mean,
there abs?
He's got like the whole helmet and everything. Penguin with abs, huh? So yeah, definitely check that out. And we have tiers as usual. So if we get to $25 tonight, we have special editions. But tonight, that means 3 rerolls for Eliza and 3 rerolls for the GM.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Because everyone else already has a bunch, and there are a bunch on the table.
And then it's meritorious to give rerolls to guests.
Well, and there are 4 in the pot.
It's true.
So, so just to keep things equitable, $25. Thank you, PFW Scott, for the
I
sub.
think that's nice.
I appreciate that.
And-
We
It
appreciate
should
it.
be 3 to her, 3 to the table.
That is a valid
policies I
counterpoint.
follow.
Yes.
And if we get to $50, we have what we're calling ramming speed. The heroes will get a one-time ability to use a ship as an unstoppable projectile.
That's my favorite thing.
Wow. Okay.
And we are in the sequel era. We're doing all that stuff.
Yes. Bring it.
So that's $50. And if we get to $75, we have the tier we are calling Porg. A random player will get a Porg companion to be played by Gina DeVivo.
Yay! Yes! Amazing!
And if we get to $100,
You. I might also eat me.
It's a hard life.
So-
you walk.
if we get to $100, we have the old timer, our character Renee Powak, played by Marquia
Renee.
tonight. Sorry?
Rini
Powak will get the chance to win some important information from the hero of a previous episode in a minigame. And if we get to $150, we have what we call There's Always a Way to Blow It Up. Every giant evil space weapon has a design flaw that instantly explodes the whole thing.
Yes.
There may be such a weapon in this game, and our heroes will find out about such a flaw if we get to $150. And if we get to $200, we have Don't Ask Me How I Got This. Maz Kanata has a very significant gift from the past for Hopeless Juice Box. Hey, Strangely Rare, thank you. Oh, that unlocks our first tier. Thank you, Strangely Rare.
Rerolls?
That's the rerolls, yes.
Rerolls. Thank you.
So yeah, Maz Kanata, who has a habit of just coming up with artifacts from the past that are very significant to people's characters and development, will have something for you. And if we get to $250, and if you are that generous, God, I want to reach this. We have Kylo Ren's Angsty Goth Poetry Contest.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Everyone's going to have to write some angsty goth poetry for Kylo Ren, and the winner gets a special power over that Dark Jedi should he appear.
I hope we get that.
I know, right?
So,
I want to step on Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
please get us to the angsty goth poetry. Thank you so much. So Strangely Raider really unlocked the first tier already, so that is 3 rerolls for Eliza.
Yay! Thank you.
And 3 for me.
Boo hiss.
Nah, that's all right.
GM
Says.
what?
And the rerolls from last week have already been given out. There are 4 on the table and everybody's got theirs. So real quick, let's just whiz through the rules of Star Wars. So, yeah, we play the game Lasers and Feelings. Tonight, that's lightsabers and feelings for Star Wars. A high number means you're better at lightsabers task, which is like tech and science and Mr. Spock stuff. And a low number means you're better at feelings task. Orion Lightning, thank you for the sub. Enthusiasm, thank you for the rate. Live Spark, thank you. Thank you for the donation. Olive Sub, thank you for the sub.
Nice.
Olive Sharp, thank you for the sub. Sorry, I know how to read. So much going on. Jesse Leaf, thank you for the sub. BK Wright, UK, thank you for the sub. Hello.
Thank you all. Hi.
So that also, I think, also unlocks ramming speed. So we are up to Porg. Gina DeVivo playing Porg. So yeah, high number means you're better at Mr. Spock stuff. Low number means you're better at Captain Kirk stuff. Whenever something's in doubt, I call for a roll. I'll tell you how many die you roll. You know, it's automatically 1, 2 if you're prepared, 3 if you're an expert, 4 if you're getting help. And if JJ Dane, thank you for the sub. If none of your die succeed, it backfires on you somehow. Things get worse. If 1 succeeds, you succeed at cost. If 2 succeed, you just accomplish whatever you were trying to do. Good job. And if you roll 3 or 4, then you get some kind of success with style or added bonus. And if you want to help somebody, just shout it out before they do anything. Just be like, I want to help by whatever. And if you help out successfully, they get an extra die. If you don't hurt them at all. They just go on anyway. And thank you, Meaning of Night. Hey, hello, Meaning of Night. Those are our carrier penguins. Well, hi. And if you roll your number exactly, you can use the Force, which essentially you get to ask the Force a question. The Force will jump into your ear and let you know basically about whatever you want to know.
Ideally casserole.
Ideally about casserole, yes, is becoming a thing.
About what?
Casserole?
Casserole.
Oh, okay.
Casserole.
Okay.
Yeah, who knew? First, let's give out some rerolls.
Swear
before we
and
go
then
on
roll
to the next
things.
one.
It's
true.
a casserole.
Casserole.
Sam puns. Let us know what you think in the chat now. So, Uriah Fenn sends a reroll to Eliza.
Thank you.
And Kai Boy sends a reroll to Eliza.
Thank you.
And Crude Imposter Nightbright sends a reroll to Sam.
Thank you.
And Librarian Liz sends a reroll to Eliza.
Thank you, Librarian.
And BK Wright sends a reroll to Gina.
Thank you.
And JJ Dane sends a reroll to Eliza.
Thank you.
And Alice Sharp sends a reroll to Eliza.
Studies show.
Study show people like
I will
Eliza.
use these wisely, I promise.
Huh.
Don't you dare use them unwisely.
Wait, I'm playing a bruiser tonight. I have to not be rational. Okay.
Ideally,
I'll use
spend
it recklessly.
4 rerolls on initiative, even though the system doesn't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So that gets rid of those. And yeah, so now what should we do? Let's introduce the characters real quick. Try and get through this fast. I know it took a long time last week. Real quick, Sam tonight is playing Hopeless Juice Box. Hopeless Juice Box.
This is what happens when your droid master names you.
This is what happens when your droid master names you. And it is just like what it sounds like. Hopeless Juicebox's droid master was K-28, the character that Sam played in episode 1, who was kind of the creation of the character Sam played in episode 2, the Jawa, whose name...
Kanik.
Kanik.
Me Kanik.
Kanik 5 of them, right, yes. Hopeless Jukebox is Juicebox is a 5, which makes them a lightsabers character. They are a human, and they are a ruthless bruiser. Who's
Assassin.
Assassin type, who's out to kill
strong
First
word
Order.
that I would never apply to myself.
They are out to get the First Order. And should we go into your history? Or do you want to hold on to that?
I'm not precious with it.
Sure. Okay. They were in fact trained by their droid master, K-28, who died doing what they love. BK Wright, thank you. And Teal Time, thank you for the sub, and Alexander Hero, thank you for the bits. That probably unlocks Porg. So that brings us up to the old timer. A mini game for Marquia's character. And we are almost about half the way to the angsty goth poetry contest. So that's Hopeless Jukebox. So their master died doing what they love, which was murder, if you remember. And they did a really big murder. Do you want to talk about what the big murder was?
Oh, yeah. I mean, some heroes of the rebellion or the resistance bravely sacrificed themselves blowing up a base in order that the rebellion might live on. Some sacrifice themselves and blow up a base because they really want to murder just a lot of people. Just a lot of people. Nostalgic recollection. It was a lot of people.
The garbage fire is strong with this one. Rave would be proud. So that's Hopeless Jukebox. Jukebox. Hopeless Juice Box.
You can just call me Hopeless for short.
I'm just going to call you Hopeless. Yeah, that works. And Marquia is playing Rini Pawak. And the last name should give it away there. Rini is a Claudite and is a cowardly spy. And her number is 3, which makes her a feelings-ish character. And her mother was Felst Pawak, the character Marquia played in episode 1, whose mother was
she didn't know.
She
was
did not.
Trying to find her family because
Right.
she was found on a major trade route just crying by a lieutenant from the rebellion.
Major trade routes make me cry too.
Right.
But what we found out in episode 2, which was the prequel, was that her mother was Junit Kawap, a Claudite who was a sort of smuggler and outlaw who sometimes worked with the Republic.
It was a badass.
And was a badass.
Wookiees.
Oh, yeah, and we will get back to something about that later when I do the recap. Anything else you want to tell us about her?
Rini is a coward. She's trying to live up to her family name, but the Pawaks and the Beers were hunted by the Empire because they were so good at spying. So other innocent Claudites and Wookiees were killed trying to find them, and Rini is just trying to be a good branch on this strong tree.
Okay, real quick, and we'll come back to you in a second because I forgot to do this. Just real quick, what does Rini look like?
Oh, okay. Rini she's green. Claudites are reptilian-like, but like a mixture between reptilian and human, like humanoid, with defined cheekbones. She has golden eyes that kind of runs in her family. Regular height, just reached adulthood, and yeah.
And real quick, let's just go back for a second. What does Hopeless look like?
Description: Hopeless looks like a juice box. It has juice box colored skin and kind of squishy juice box eyes.
Okay.
It doesn't have hair. That takes too much work.
Doesn't have hair?
No.
Is Hopeless Juicebox it's a human, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A human raised by a droid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biped or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can't be helped.
It can't be helped. And Gina, who is obviously playing a Hutt. As you can tell from the costume.
Yes.
Gina is Bebop Ginsar. Bebop. Hello. An Ewok, who is a 3, which makes her feelings-ish. And Bebop is a daring politician.
Yes.
well, why don't you tell us a little bit about, Bebop's relationship
Story.
to your Bebop story, sure.
Well, I'm sure all of you know about Rasha. Rasha Riku.
Gina's character from last week, the prequel
Yes, the wonderful, wonderful Ewok that campaigned for Ewok rights and to hopefully one day get a galactic seat in the Galactic Senate, because we were the only recognized species that did not have a seat. But now I would like to announce I am the first Ewok senator. Yes, and I would like to officially announce my campaign for the galactic ban of jerky. I'm following, and I just want to make Raja proud.
Only jerks eat jerky.
Only jerks eat jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, Mini Marker, thank you so much.
Yay!
That we are probably. Oh, that unlocks the old timer. So the next one, there's always a way to blow it up. Smoke beer.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God! Thank you.
Right.
And BK Wright. That also. Oh, that also just came in. Oh my God! Thank you, everybody.
Oh wow!
So
Oh goodness!
Dom will
Oh hello!
add up to tell me how much that actually is unlocked. But thank you, everybody. And our special guest, Elisa Pearl, who is playing, and I love this character's name, Rushneck Wilbax.
Rushneck Wilbox.
That little Douglas Adams miss to it. And Rushneck is a 2, which makes him a feelings character. And he is a Mon Calamari. The Admiral Akbar guys.
These are my eyes. These are my nostrils. These are my eyes.
Wait, which one's your nostrils?
These are my nostrils.
Those are your nostrils.
Is Bebop
These are my
Those are your
eyes.
nostrils?
No. These are my eyes.
Oh. Okay, I think I got it.
We have
Eyes.
see.
Nostrils. Nothing.
Yeah, it's cosplay. It counts. And yeah, Rushneck is a 2, is a Mon Calamari, and he is a reckless bruiser. He is the third great cousin of Admiral Akbar. Of the who at this time period in the sequel era, I guess he just recently.
Very unfortunate.
Yes. Was lost.
Oh.
Yes.
And
it was a trap.
It was.
it was a trap. How ironic. Yeah. And Rushneck's goal is to be the brilliant tactician that Akbar was. We'll have to whatever you okay, but yeah, okay.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. So that actually unlocks. There's always a way to blow it up, so that is open. So now we got the last 2. If we get to $200, don't ask me how I got this. Maz Kanata has a mystery gift for Hopeless Juice Box. I can say it, see? And
Just hopeless, it's fine.
And then the Angsty Goth Poetry Contest. You want to hear these people write angsty goth poetry.
Right?
I mean, all of you just give off angst.
I mean, us or our characters?
Yes.
We talk.
I mean, whose perspective is the poetry being written from?
Yes.
Character.
Let's say your characters.
Okay.
Oh boy.
That actually makes it easier.
Does it make it easier?
It does
Okay,
make
then
it
you.
easier.
No. So those are the characters: Hopeless Juicebox, Rini Poak, Bebop Gunsar, and Rushneck Wilbax.
Senator.
Crude Imposter Nightbright. Thank you. Oh my God.
You forgot the senator.
Sorry.
Senator Bebop.
Senator Bebop. Right. Got
Yeah,
it.
we are.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So Dom is magical, and y'all need to know that.
Are they stickers?
How do I do it?
Do you have electrical tape?
You just
That
have to
sounds like a
hold them
Gina-
in place
Grip
for the
tape.
whole
Question.
show.
Yeah. Perfect.
So those are your nostrils.
These are my eyes.
I have some,
Juice boxes.
Eyes up here, buddy.
I don't know which one.
You're wrapping
I
around
don't know
the
which would
line.
be better in hair, really.
Neither, but
I have no expertise in this.
Elisa will experiment. Oh, perfect. Great. Thank you.
Bobby pin might actually.
Thank you, Agents
that
of Chaos.
probably unlocks more stuff. Dom will let me know again. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
the urge to come help and also not get out of this seat for camera reasons is so strong.
So you are so valid.
Yeah, this is really a Gina task, but
If you went right there, you'd be out of the camera.
Okay,
Oh.
would you like some help? Sure. Okay.
that's cool. I got to read this thing. So,
Okay.
So those are the characters.
You're good.
I am going to try and really quick recap to you the essentials of what happened in episode 1 and 2. There is also a full recap in the Tempting Fate room of the Saving Throw Discord. Dom will pump the link into the chat there. It's basically the same thing as what I'm going to read, but just for those watching. In episode 1, on a mission to find allies and recruits for the rebellion in the Outer Rim, a team of rebels, including the droid TK-28, the Gungan Lulu Hun, the Claudite Felst Pawak, and the Wookiee Ryerbeer, crash-landed on a desolate planet where they discovered a surviving Guardian of the Wills named Zira Ko, who was hiding out in a small farming village. She said she was protecting the bodies of 5 Jedi Padawans that had been frozen in carbonite almost 20 years earlier to protect them from an incurable radiation sickness they had contracted after an Order 66 attack on them went awry. The rebel team was able to hold off the forces of the Empire long enough to allow Zira to escape with the 5 Padawans. Now, along the way, the droid TK-28 turned out to be strangely force-sensitive, and so did the Gungan Lulu Hun.
Those powers were used very responsibly.
Yes, of course, as everything on our show is. The Wookiee Ryerbeer and the Claudite Felst Pawak discovered that they were long-lost brother and sister. So by the way, this that unlocks... Don't ask me how I got this. So that just leaves the angsty poetry competition. Okay, so that was episode 1. In episode 2, we went back to the era of just before the movie Revenge of the Sith, where Senator Bail Organa had hired a team of outlaw types, including the Jawa scavenger Canik Fivum, the Gungan Cece Hun, the Claudite Junit Kawa, and the Ewok Rasha Riku to locate a ship called Katana 1, which was hiding somewhere in the lawless territories along the Outer Rim. The ship's pilot, who was accused of stealing something from a Jedi temple, turned out to be Zira Ko, the Guardian of the Wills from episode 1. She had kidnapped 5 Jedi Padawans because she had had a vision of a horrible disaster befalling the Jedi, essentially what would be Order 66, and was trying to save them from that fate. And the team ultimately allowed her to escape rather than report her position to the Republic, which is what they were hired to do. And along the way, the Gungan Cece Hun, the mother of Lulu Hun, was recruited to the dark side by Darth Maul. Oh my god!
Perfect.
Look at this.
Gina DeVivo.
Yeah, love it.
So yeah, the Gungan Cece Hun was recruited to the dark side by Darth Maul. The Jawa scavenger Canik Fivum rebuilt the droid TK-28, who acquired a sensitivity to the Force. And I'm going to make this a little bit of a retcon here. It doesn't actually change anything that happened, but just my interpretation of something. The Claudite Junit Kawab took an action that caused the radiation sickness that infected the 5 Padawans. Last week you took an action that damaged something that in the ship, and you asked if that was what caused the radiation sickness, and I said no, because...
What you meant was yes.
Right, because in the first game, Zira had said that it happened during an Order 66 attack, and we were like, before that time period. But I'm just going to retroactively say that, like, Zira was kind of lying the way a lot of people turn out to be in, those early movies after you see the prequels.
Right.
She was telling a story that was a little more sympathetic and didn't want to tell you that she had kidnapped these 5.
Right.
So she made up the story about the Order 66 attack. So your character did in fact cause the radiation sickness.
Grandmother.
Your grandmother caused the radiation sickness. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
And that brings us up to date. So now, here we go. This is amazing, by the way.
Very nicely done.
Nostrils.
Eyes.
I can't keep them straight.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, we got it.
I hadn't even meant to do that one last time.
Real quick,
I need to do all
Meaning
of
of
them after
Night
that.
sends a reroll to Gina.
Yay!
And Orion Lightning sends a reroll to Eliza.
Oh,
Yes.
And Teal Time sends a reroll to Sam.
Thank you.
And we have unlocked everything except the Goth Poetry Contest.
Wow.
So here we go. a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So here's your crawl. Thanks to the intervention of the Jedis Luke Skywalker and Rey, the rebels narrowly escaped defeat on the mining planet Crate. However, their numbers have been decimated. The survivors have gone into hiding at a makeshift base on the jungle world of Dagobah, while the leadership figures out what their next move is. You are among those survivors. So yeah, we are right after the ending of Last Jedi, probably a few weeks, maybe, not long at all. Oh, Slippy Dude, thank you for the sub. And after the Jedi helped the rebellion escape from Crate, eventually the location of Dagobah sort of came up as a place that has remained hidden from the Empire and is strong with the Force and a place where Sith don't like to go. So they made their way there and have been living out of the ships in the jungle. And the rebel leaders, there's a lot of sort of discord on what to do, what comes next, try to rebuild their numbers or stay in hiding or, just where do you go from there? I mean, they did survive, but there's a force that was very once large and capable of taking on the First Order is now much, much smaller than that. Let's talk a little bit about, just set up the status quo for a second. What your day-to-day lives are like. What would your characters do when they're bored? You're a senator. You're probably involved with that leadership, right?
Yeah. I don't get listened to a lot, but, over the topics that I want to talk about. But I would say day-to-day life is general morale boosting. General morale boosting.
General morale? Is that
yeah.
Oh, okay. Gina Puns, let us know what you think in the chat. What do you think Hopeless does to pass the time?
Killing me.
Maintain my blaster rifle. Practice with my blaster rifle.
It's not your fault.
Attempt target practice with blaster rifle. I received discipline for one session of practicing with blaster rifle. You aren't supposed to try to hit people.
And what do you think Rushneck does during this downtime?
Rushneck has been looking for someone to challenge in tactical games. And also, boxing is a pastime. And so Rushneck is often boxing. There's some low-hanging trees that he boxes with.
Okay.
But really, he wants to brush up on his tactical game.
Okay. What do you think Rennie does to pass the time?
Rennie has a puzzle box that she kind of stole from her mother, Faust Pawak, and I constantly fiddle with it because I will open it, and then when I do that, I will prove to my mother that I am just as good of a spy as she is. Otherwise than that, I hide in a lot of corners and species watch people to try to make my shape-shifting better. I'm not able to change my mass yet, which is not great.
Thank you, Aki, for the sub.
But, I will still go into the fray behind other people.
Observation. Rennie is my child. And
that's what your days are like, basically, while you're laying low. And one day you are called to a mass meeting by the leaders, and when I say mass, I just mean, what is left of the rebel force, which we will say, a couple of hundred people, maybe. I mean, small, maybe even smaller.
Yeah.
Is it early?
It is. Yes, it is very early.
All right. What do you want from me? I'm here.
Okay. And you are summoned, and we will say, Admiral, what should the Admiral's name be?
Bracknot.
Admiral Bracknot calls you all around and he says, well, things have gone from bad to worse. Our spies have learned that somehow, while we were being chased by the First Order and barely surviving on that mining planet of Crate, the First Order have built a weapon even bigger than the Death Star and even bigger than Star Killer Base. I mean, yeah, I know these people just keep trying the same idea over and over and over again, but they've given it a shot. I think it is known as Evil Star Death Kill Murder Base a Million plus Infinity.
Wow.
Evil.
Well, if it's broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Evil Star
Broke
Death.
Evil
Kill.
Star Death
Is
Kill
there a code
Murder
187
Base.
in there? Evil Star
Is there
Death Kill.
a smaller name?
Murder base.
Murder Base?
Murder
No,
Base.
it's just Evil Star Death Kill Murder Base a Million plus Infinity. We really think their marketing department went overboard on this one, but what are you gonna do?
That's pretty darn close to masked if you reorder it into Murder Base Star Kill Evil Death
What would you mean?
base.
Murder base.
It's almost there. You're missing an A, of course.
Mouse.
I'd like to make a roll to make sure that Rini doesn't have a panic attack right now. Oh no.
Sure. That okay. Our first roll again will be a feelings roll. Rini,
That's feelings.
roll one. It's you are a feelings-ish character. You want to roll over your number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She
Yeah.
maintains.
You're not happy. You're a little nervous. The idea of an evil death.
She shifts into a Wookiee because she feels more powerful that way.
A Wookiee,
Valid.
eh?
Because her uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wookiee.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, you shapeshift into a Wookiee, you feel a little bit more comfortable, but yes, the Evil Star Death Kill Murder Base is out there, and the rebellion is nervous.
Clearly, we have to destroy it.
Well, there is always a way to blow these things up. We don't have information like that yet, but we're working on it. We want everybody to be on standby and ready to be dispatched at a moment's notice should we get to mobilize and attack.
By what? Stand by what?
Oh, just, be on guard.
Does
Very
that
good.
mean we can go back to our quarters?
Yes, just remain vigilant.
I'd like to offer any tacticianal advice if you need any.
Do you know how to blow up an Evil Star Death Kill Murder Base a Million plus Infinity?
I would
Take
think
it with a pointy end.
yes, that tactically would be good.
Great.
All right, we will take that under advisement.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And the Admiral dismisses the meeting. And I will say, the four of you head back to whatever you were doing, your quarters, your individual lives here in hiding. And that night, let's say, while you are each asleep, one by one, there is a knock on your door. You pull a blaster, and all of a sudden the blaster just flies out of your hand.
Wow.
And flies out of your hand. and flies out of your hand.
Okay, comic guns and threes were good.
And the door opens. We'll play this out for you. And on the other side of the door is someone you instantaneously recognize as the Jedi Ray, who has come to you and said, stand outside your door and says, "Were you going to shoot me with those things?"
Indignant query. Why did you take my weapons?
Going to have to talk, Hopeless, but first we have to talk about something else. Come with me. And
I pick up my guns and follow.
okay, you pick up your guns and follow. And one by one, Ray comes to you, and to you, and to you, and gathers the four of you together around, let's say, a campfire when everybody else is asleep or somewhere else. And she sits down and she says, "Things are particularly dire for the rebellion, as you know."
Yes. It's been 6 days since I last murdered a member of the First Order.
Oh, goodness.
Be careful what you wish for.
It seems like we're not in a good spot. Our numbers are down, so tactically that's not going to be good for any of us. Just so you know.
True.
That is absolutely
My numbers this
true.
month have been very low.
Yes.
Just so you know, I have a list of spies that you can send. It's a very long list. I'm at the bottom of it.
You're at the bottom of the list?
I'm very realistic about my abilities.
You want me to put a good word for you, get you up on the list?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm
I
fine
have some
where I
pull
am.
around
I'm fine where I
here.
am on the placement of the list. It's fine.
Okay.
She nervously looks around at you and sort of shakes her head and says, I have had a vision. The Force showed me a premonition of the future. And in this future, I see the four of you on the evil star death kill murder base 1,000,000 plus infinity.
Want to roll for a panic attack?
Go for it. Feelings roll. Roll 1.
Okay. She changes into a Wookiee.
Change it into a... And the four of you are taking Kylo Ren's ultimate weapon away from him. I don't know why you four, but you were in the vision, and I wasn't. Baby Kang, you did. Thank you for the sub.
Oh, hi.
Gina.
Hi, Mama.
Aww.
Gina Mama.
Aww.
Gina
Yeah.
Mama.
That's Mama.
So... Oh, yeah, so,
Oh.
you were in the vision and I wasn't.
Was that all? Is that all that happened? In your magic?
Were we much older than we are right now?
No, you were pretty much exactly like you are right now.
Were you
How
wearing
can
the
you
same
tell?
clothes?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. You were
And I
exactly
never
like
wear
you
the
were.
same outfit twice, so clearly this is true.
Why?
Why what?
Not wear the same outfit twice. They're all just juice box dressings.
Yeah. You don't have a different juice box dressing? The branding of everything is different.
There's branding.
Branding.
We'll have to talk.
Okay, I like this style.
So, Bray.
Right. So we stole a magic weapon.
What? No, I wasn't saying anything like that.
I thought you said we stole Kylo Ren's ultimate weapon.
No, you're going to take his ultimate weapon from him. Yes.
That's stealing.
Is
Maybe,
that the
or-
evil star death kill murder base? Is
I-
that his ultimate weapon?
I think so.
Oh.
Force visions can be unclear and cryptic, and sometimes so confusing you accidentally decimate half of all the Jedi's. But
It's true. My master often spoke to that.
I just have one concern. I know you have a history with Kylo Ren. I can tell by the way you say his name. Is that why you weren't there?
what do you mean a
this?
history?
I don't know. You say his name funny.
We heard you were force timing him.
We just share an interest in angsty goth poetry. That's all.
So you need someone else to do your dirty work because you have feelings.
I can't go. I would endanger the mission.
Ah.
I do like dirty work.
Can you tell us more about the mission then?
I can't. All I know is you're gonna get on a ship and you're gonna somehow get into that base and you're gonna somehow beat Kylo Ren in his own game, and I see that place exploding.
With us on it. Is that right?
It's possible.
Just as my master would want.
You're
Everybody's okay with this?
Not really, no.
No!
No.
Definitely not on the blowing up part. I just took my seat.
I need to live up to the name of my great cousin, third great cousin. I don't want to die like this.
that would actually live up to the name of your cousin very well.
Yeah, I guess it would.
But
Contrarian observation. The evil Star Killer murder base 1,000,000 plus infinity must contain an incredible number of First Order personnel.
Yes.
Killing them would be incredibly valuable, and furthermore, incredibly fun. This should be done.
This is an excellent argument.
this is also a necessary thing. I sense the work of the dark side in that evil star, death, kill, murder, base a million plus infinity, and
Oh yeah,
I
it's got dark
sense
side written all over it.
the whole rebellion is at stake, and only the 4 of you can save the day.
And though your use of the Force is imprecise and unrefined as to be expected from a meat bag, I trust what little instinct in it you have.
If you get back, we're gonna have a long talk. But yeah, okay.
If
I look. Hey, maybe I'm not saying I have not seen your fate.
We might go to places that are more important than wherever she is.
Oh, yeah, that's a possibility I did not consider at all. So I guess if you don't want my list of spies, if I'm basically the one that has to go, then I will do it.
I will actually take your list of spies, though. And she takes that from me, sort of folds it up, and puts it in her pocket.
So basically, she did a reverse sort. I'll need more blaster rifles.
yes, will you be able to equip us for this mission?
I will. In fact, I have some special things too. So first, she takes you. I will say, she leads you to a ship's armory and gives you your choice of blasters and rifles and cannons. Hold anything carryable. You have.
How much can a juice box carry? I'm going to find out.
We give you like one of those like, marine backpacks if you want. Like and then you can have
Exceed
thermal detonators. We'll say everybody gets a thermal detonator.
Do we get the
thermal
special kind my master
detonator.
liked most?
No, they're just the regular kind. I'm sorry for
We'll have to install that
I
ourselves.
choose the highest caliber blaster proof vest.
Okay, yes, blaster proof vest.
You,
Yep.
help me find branded armor.
Okay. All right, so this is what we do. We find out what your inner spirit is, and then we plaster it on the outside.
As far as I know, as a juice box,
Yeah.
my inner spirit contains mostly intestines and other organs.
Wonderful. Then we're just going to smear that all over you.
Excellent. All over. And then I take my blaster, shoot it, and then because it's warm, I brand the armor.
Perfect.
This is how Brent...
Yes, this is exactly right.
I also take dual blasters.
Okay.
Excellent.
Any type of
You're a very good
signal
politician.
scrambler or any type of thing like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a short range signal scrambler that we'll say protects ships against scans and sweeps and those kind of things.
Great.
And a cape.
And a cape, just because it looks badass.
Yes.
Capes are very cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And a war cape.
No.
Accurate.
And we all have blasters and such.
Yes.
Blasters.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
All right.
blasters.
Yeah, you all get blasters. You can all have, let's say you all have one thermal detonator, and then whatever special items you took for yourself just now.
Mine are not useful at all.
And
Please excuse the juice box jubilation. It happens sometimes.
Andre says, you leave at daybreak. May the force be with you.
And also,
And also
you.
with you.
Also with you.
She heads off, and what I will say, let's take care of a few things here, because we have a bunch of tiers to do. We got everything except for the Angsty Goth Poetry Contest. Thank you. So close. So while you, in the night, while you were all up waiting and thinking about your mission and all the things that could happen and how little you know about what you're getting into, a few things happened. I will say, Rini, there is a knock on your door, again, and this time, the door opens up, and
I didn't say come in.
and it closes as you see like this very old Wookiee poke his head in for a second, and then be like, oh, sorry, and
You can
closes
come
the door.
in.
and he enters and he sticks his head in, and you recognize this man as Ryerbeer.
Oh, I hug him.
An old Wookiee
Change
member
to
of
Wookiee and hug him.
his family to you.
Yeah.
And you hug him, and it's Eric's character from the first game, NPC a little bit here. And
Uncle Bear.
hello, Eric. Thank you. He sits down and he gives you a hug, and he sits down and he says, "Yeah, I just got in. The story of the rebellion survival is starting to spread throughout the galaxy, and well, my sources led me here."
You should have seen me. I've been chosen for a special mission, and I was so incredibly confident, and I said, yes, I'll do it. Even though there were a list of people that were, ahead of me, I was chosen, and I'm gonna prove you and Mom and our family name, and it's so great.
That sounds pretty good.
I'm so terrified.
Well, I have something that might be able to help you on your mission. Don't ask me how I know, but you're going to have to win it from me in a minigame. And he breaks out a deck of Star Wars Rebels cards.
Okay.
And we'll just shuffle these up here a little bit, just a tiny bit. Okay, so you are going to play a quick hand of, let's say, 5-card stud poker
goodness.
with Ryerbeer. Sabak, yes. We will call Sabak for purposes.
5-card Sabak.
Okay.
And this is your hand.
So,
Boom.
2 9s, a queen, a 7, and a...
And this is my hand.
Okay.
Oh, so I got a pair of 6s, a pair of 3s, and a 2, and you have a pair of 9s, a queen, a jack, and a 7. So you can have one draw round. Just let me know what you want to keep and what you want to discard.
I will discard.
Yeah, you're asking someone who's very bad at poker.
I'm gonna discard the jack and the 7.
Jack and the 7.
I guess I'll keep the queen.
Yes.
Yeah. Keep the queen.
All right, and I will discard the 2. So for you, you got an 8 and a 6.
Yeah.
And I got a queen. So I win.
Well, it's best out of 3.
Best out of 3?
Yeah.
That's all the mini games I'll
That
play.
is always
That's not
always
bad.
mini games.
All right.
rule. Both comedy and Sabak come in threes.
All right. Let's see what happens.
We're lucky you're not in wager rolls.
Okay, so you have a 4, a 5, a 10, a 2, and a king, so that is nothing.
I've got a king high.
You got a king high, and I got
Woof.
a pair of
Carabash.
queens.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, so I'm keeping the king and discard the rest.
You gotta.
But if I was playing, I would fold.
you gotta keep 2. So
You gotta keep 2.
King and 10.
Yeah. Keep
Alright.
the 2 high.
Yeah, I forget that
Keep
one sounds
those
right.
out, and I
I should
will
have
get
asked
rid
to
of
have been dealt
everything.
first. Ah!
Yeah.
All right, so now you have
Okay.
a pair of kings, which beats my queens.
on.
Unless this card's a queen.
No queen.
Oh!
Yay!
All right, 1-1.
Okay.
2 out of
The
3.
next one takes that.
All right, here we go.
Ah, the stress.
Who's taking
This
bets?
is totally
Bets,
RPG
bets,
action.
bets.
So, ace, 6, king, 5, and 4. So that's
Oh,
an ace
geez.
high.
Okay.
Whoa.
2, 7, 9, 5, and 5. So I got a pair of 5s.
crack.
You have an
All
ace
right.
high. With
I
the
have an
ace, I think
ace
you can
high.
get rid of the other 4 if you want to, but it's up to you.
I thought I had to keep 2.
Unless you have the ace.
Unless I have the
These rules.
I would say keep the
The
king.
king.
Keep the ace and the
We're
king
keeping
because
the
then
ace
you have
and
an,
the king.
Keeping the ace and the king.
you have 2 chances of a
If
high
it's a
pair,
t-
and
if
it
it's
could
a 2 and
conceivably
3.
be a straight.
Yeah.
We'll get
If
rid
it's
of
a 2
everything
and
but
3,
Yeah,
I'll be
but
like,
there's
oh my
nothing to-
god.
Jack.
Come on, queen.
4,
Ah.
7.
Ah!
So I win.
Oh, dang, yeah.
Ryerbeer.
Ryerbeer, why are you so good at Sabek? But, like, why are you so good at Sabek, Ryerbeer?
Ryerbeer's, well, yes.
Ryerbeer's clearly cheating.
I am a doctor, you know.
Rematch.
When I said I was a doctor, I meant doctor of playing Sabek.
And you doctored the cards.
Unfortunately, I cannot give you the special piece of information I have. But, thank you, the shadier twin.
One always has to be.
Um,
Usually Luke.
I cannot give you the special piece of information I have, but I do have something else for you, thanks to an audience unlock. It turns out Han Solo was right. There's always a way to blow up these giant battle stations. I, in my travels, happened to learn of a self-destruct mechanism buried deep in the heart of the evil star death kill murder base a million plus infinity.
Who would have ever thought?
Yeah. One would wonder why they keep doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
It's almost like it's
red
meant to
tape,
illustrate Imperial
administration.
hubris.
Possibly. I would pass this to the rebellion directly, but something tells me it is better off in the hands of the four of you. And he passes you what we'll say is a map that leads to a self-destruct mechanism buried deep in the heart of the evil star
It's like a
death
holographic
kill
map?
murder base a million plus infinity. Yeah, it's one of those, you know...
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they don't have paper maps in Star Wars. Paper doesn't exist?
I don't know. Can we ever see any paper?
In my head,
would
I'm
not
seeing
enjoy
paper
this
like
place.
moving
We would not
around,
live
but I
there.
think that's just
We
me
would
making
refuse.
it up in my head.
Well, this one is one of those little
Holographic
hologrammy ones.
Sure.
So you now have the hologram map. So that does that.
Here was
And,
nominated for a hologram.
And
And
yeah,
Uncle Bear, and
Yes?
she pulls out the
He's a
puzzle
nano.
box. Like, I
You
kind of
humble.
took this from Mom, but I'm going to solve it, and then when I do, I'll give her what's inside. But I just wanted you to know, in case I don't come back and she wonders what happened to it.
very well. And he gives you a hug. And while that is going on, Gina, can you give me the big giant D4 behind you?
Yep.
Oh dear.
Okay. While
What's
that's
happening?
going
I
on,
don't know. Whatever it happens to you.
no, that can't be two.
Oh.
What can it be do?
While that's going on, this little porg pops into the door and just really seems to attach itself to you real quick.
Oh my God, you're so small. Oh, but you're so fierce.
Riot Bear laughs.
No, she'd be that little, she'd be fierce.
You know, Wookiees and Porgs go way back to that big fight we had a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I'm not normally a Wookiee, and she changes into back into a Claudite.
Just like pecking at your legs and flapping around.
I'm gonna be your best friend.
Your Porg is a 2 for the purposes of rolling.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And while that is going on, over in your cabin, there's a knock on the door, and it bursts open, and this weird-looking droid with like a TV face comes, and the TV pops on, and you see Maz Kanata, her face in there, and she she's sort of huddled in a corner, and she's like, I'm supposed to be paying attention to some trade negotiation stuff right now, but it's pretty boring, so I'm trying to do this on my phone in the corner of the room.
This is a rare time that we see you, and given that it's trade negotiations, would rather not be in your movie. Because that sounds like the exciting one usually. Whichever one you've got things going on in.
Oh, yeah, no, and you hear like gunfire and stuff in the background.
Okay, those do sound like my kind of trade negotiations.
And she ducks close to the screen and she says, now, I have something for you. Don't ask me how I got this. But this lightsaber, that once belonged to the Gungan Lulu Hun, fell into my hands, as many lightsabers seem to. It's pretty weird. And the story of how I got it will be in a spin-off comic. But for now, you just take my word that it belongs in your hands. And out of the bottom of the droid, like this little compartment opens and this lightsaber pops out to you.
Will a spin-off comic be written by comics phenom Jody Hauser?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like all Star Wars comics, yes.
Then I accept this lightsaber in the name of my master's companion, Lulu.
Use it wisely.
No!
I can't believe I tried to say use it wisely, and this is what I see. Yes, Lulu would be proud.
Watch out for my eyes.
You almost poked
These
him
are
in.
my eyes.
Oh, I thought...
Nostrils. Eyes.
So...
Label them.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
And last thing in the night,
Yeah.
you get a communique from the Ewok people who say that they've learned that this evil star, death, kill, murder, base, million plus infinity also houses the biggest jerky factory in the known galaxy. So
It
Character
must
motivation.
explode.
it must explode. So yeah, and the sun rises, and you are brought to your ship. Ray sends a rebel to set you up, and your ship is this old, rusty-looking kind of bucket of bolts called Katana 1.
Katana 1.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and
It survived.
yeah, it's this it's a
Radiation.
really old ship, and the rebel mechanic is sort of
This is garbage.
Ray felt that this would be very effective at flying under the radar, literally and figuratively.
Well, one of the things about being a spy is that you want to go undetected. So if we went with a fancier ship, we would then be detected.
That is tactically correct.
Yes.
By this logic, we will never be discovered.
Yeah, good luck to y'all. Also, by the way, I did a little bit of reinforcement work on this. I'm not exactly an authority. Actually, I am a mechanic. But I would say that this ship could probably survive a good ramming speed encounter at least once.
Oh.
That's excellent news to hear.
The garbage will do.
May the force be with you.
And also with you.
With you.
Thank you. And yeah, you get your ship, and let's say you were off. Who's flying the ship?
Who flies this thing?
I will fly this thing.
Okay.
My master taught me in the ways of mechanics and anything machine related.
I think that's a very good idea. My mother thought that she was a flyer, but she would crash more ships than she would fly.
That's
Also, I want
very
to introduce everybody to my new best friend. They are a porg. I went through a number of names. I was thinking like Diana or maybe Luna, but I decided on Admiral Porgy Bear.
Hello, Admiral Porgy Bear. Nice to meet you.
I attempt to hand the feathery meat bag a weapon.
It
So
comes
I
over
hold
and tries to
the
grab the,
handle.
weapon.
And
Little, like, you know those tiny, like, cute things, but like blaster
Space
pistols.
Derringer or something.
So
It starts biting it.
we'll have to work on your trigger discipline. But you show about as much promise as any other meat bag.
Okay, so you now have a porg playing with a little miniature blaster on your ship.
And
And
it runs away.
oh,
Very
my God.
Porg
We
runs
have
away and she
unlocked
starts
the
finding
Kylo
them.
Ren's Angsty Goth Poetry Contest. Oh, thank you, PFW Scott, for the bits.
Whoa!
Oh my God, so everybody get thinking about your in-character Angsty Goth
Alright.
poetry.
Yep.
Kylo Ren will be the ultimate judge.
I left no space. My
But
protest
space
signs. My protest signs take up a lot of real estate.
You have
We could
space on
probably
priorities.
You're right. This is two
You can-
pages.
you can
I'm
borrow my
lying.
rules
I
if you
have
want.
another page.
Thank you, everybody. So that just leaves Dom time now, I guess.
Thanks, Rushneck.
if we get to
This'll
Dom
be
time.
fine.
Yeah. One of these days, I want to do like an all Dom time game. You know, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
that'd
just
be
like,
fun.
sometimes that's like the best part of the game. For
See what
me.
the chat room does.
See what the chat room does for that. Like, right, it's Dom time right
And
out of the gate.
Moreover, to Rick.
Mm.
Yes.
Like, We
That's
can't think
right.
of this as being done to us. We have to think of this as being done to him.
Us, we're a group. We're a team. Okay. So yeah. You are on your ship, and let's see how well you fly this thing to start off.
Yes.
Why don't you make a lightsabers roll?
Yes.
You want to roll under your number. Your number is a 5. So you said you were trained. Let's say you're prepared for this. It's a very old ship. You've never flown one like it, so you can roll 2.
I want to help.
How do you want to help?
I am going to help by being next to Hopeless Juice Box, and I'm going to I'm going to push buttons.
Okay. Oh, you're just gonna like. Okay, so that's a feelings roll. Which you want to roll over your number. Your number, Rini, is 3. Pushing buttons randomly. Let's say you can roll 1.
No!
Nah, you're
Not
pushing
at all.
buttons.
I'm
It's
not
like
helping.
fans are coming out, like reading lights are turning on and off.
My mother would do this, and sometimes it worked to help.
I completely understand. You're exactly as competent as every other juice box I've met.
Thank you.
The porg is now jumping on all of the buttons.
Whoa!
See?
Whoa! Whoa! How?
Perfect.
Where's the...
Wow.
Oh.
What happened?
Please don't step on the buttons.
Wow. So that's 2 failures. So
Oh.
I had
right out of the gate,
vanishingly small chance of failure.
the ship
the
just
porg-
starts shooting into the atmosphere and just immediately starts losing control.
Could
We have rerolls.
We have rerolls.
They
demand.
They have to
Could
use
you
them.
not? Tiny meatbag.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Frustrated agreement. I understand. You are following in the ways of your master.
Oh.
This is my friend.
Collectively.
Maybe we should try flying the ship.
Oh. Take blaster. Hop down.
You're gonna.
Yes, practice your blaster maintenance.
Okay, so you're getting off of the panel. Is that the deal?
I was told to.
Okay.
I'm gonna push more buttons.
You're gonna push more buttons. Okay, roll
I'm
another.
gonna fix my mistake. I can do it.
Roll another 1. Feelings ish. You want to roll over your number. Your number's 3.
Do a different one. Oh, it's my number.
Oh no. Okay, so that would be an
Oh.
ask the force, but it's also a success. So let's say. Oh, Thunder Cabbage. Thank you for the sub. Let's say your button pushing sort of steadies, like it engages. Let's say a very rudimentary autopilot that sort of finds the steadiness of the ship, and things are flying now.
Much better. Despite our fallibility as flesh-filled sacks rather than superior droids, the only reason my master agreed to take me on is that we are indeed capable of learning, as you've illustrated. Good work.
Oh, I come from a very good family, and eventually I get it right.
Oh.
While this is going on, the force pops into your ear. You hear this voice. Hello, you are on with the force. Force here.
What? Ooh. Is there a place on this ship that I can feel the safeness?
Is there a place on this ship that you can feel the safeness?
The safest.
Oh, the safest?
Safest. I misspoke.
You can. There is a.
There's a hatch under the floor.
There's a hatch under the floor, like a smuggler's hatch. That's right.
There is.
That's right.
That was the first time.
Thank you. Yeah, good callback. There is a smuggler's hatch under the floor, which has all these like children's toys and blankets in there, as if there was once children being kept down there.
That's true.
And there were, and
Are
it's
those
very,
irradiated toys, though?
They once were, but they're
Right, the half-life
okay.
is
probably okay
shockingly
Yeah.
fast.
Well, it's supposed to be the safest place on the ship, so.
now. At some point, we'll
They scrubbed
say
it.
that- yeah, they scrubbed it,
Okay.
yes, and then put the toys back.
A little radiation toothbrush.
So you're on autopilot and you are flying, and we'll say you get a communique. It is from Ray.
I was looking at the map at that time.
Yeah,
but
and
I was
and-
looking at it upside down, and I think You all probably think I know what I'm saying. Because I do. I'm looking at the map and I'm just turning it over in my mind.
And you get a communique from Ray that says essentially she is looking to you to essentially plan this mission and take charge, being the strategic thinker.
Oh. Oh, yes, of course, yes. Okay, yes. Yes. Let me start planning. I'm gonna plan this.
Do we have a plan?
I'm working on a plan for our
Right.
mission.
We did kind of leave on this mission to totally dominate with no idea what we're dominating or how.
We're gonna destroy the Death Bar Murder Ball
Yeah.
killer base times a million infinity.
That's exactly the plan. How?
On it.
Good. This is why. This is why.
So yeah, how might you? I believe, Ray said for sure that her vision was of you being on the base.
We have to be on it.
So
Yeah.
Destroy it.
There are a number of possibilities I can think of that my mother has used to success in the past. Disguise ourselves as workers of some kind, and then we sneak onto the base that way. Another thing is if we go as a diplomatic envoy with the senator, and the other is if we could make some sort of rudimentary cloaking device, and then we could attach ourselves to the evil star death kill murder base million times infinity, and I could see what the dominant life form is on there and change into that.
Those are all very good.
I think all. All? We good with all?
I'm a very good spy on paper.
This is good paper. What's paper?
I don't know.
I mean, in theory.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought you were just good at spying on documents exclusively because they do not move.
Oh, by the way, while we are here, Slippy Dude sends a reroll to Eliza.
Thank you,
Aki
Slippy
sends a
Dude.
reroll to Eliza.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aki.
Thank you,
Right.
Aki.
And Baby Tangy D sends a reroll to Gina.
Oh, thanks, man.
Who would have thought? And Thunder Cabbage sends a reroll to me.
Oh.
Hey. Thank you, Thunder Cabbage. Such a good fan of storytelling.
Then why did he give it to you?
Oh.
Oh.
So yeah, what is your plan?
Will we have a cloaking device?
I might be able to make one. I've seen it done before.
I can work with mechanical objects.
I could tell you what I have seen, and maybe you could piece it together.
Well, perhaps with your admittedly inferior but rapidly improving organic learning skills, we will be able to accomplish something.
I just remembered something, though. I believe they know how to see through our cloaks. Do they?
Then we shall have to build a bigger cloak.
Yes, that is it. Bigger cloak. Also, I'd like to add, I can add punching to any of these plans. Punching.
That does improve
I'm a good
every
face
plan.
of punching.
I will punch.
Good, good.
Whichever plan we go with. I'll
Does
punch.
this ship have like a smaller ship in it?
Oh. I don't
Like
know.
a small ship. Like when this
Like a-
ship sometimes blows up.
Like a runabout or something?
Like an escape pod.
Yeah.
That!
4-person escape pod?
I shall
Why
say.
not?
Does it?
I don't know, does it?
Why don't you roll a late lightsabers roll to see if you can find something like that? You want to roll under your number, you can roll 2. 'Cause
May I
you've got time to
assist
search.
by examining ship schematics?
Okay, you can roll. What are you again? You are a.
I'm an assassin.
You're an assassin. You can roll 2. It's also lightsabers.
That's
Get help.
It's a penguin.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
This is a lightsabers roll?
Lightsabers roll. You want to roll under your number. Your number is
2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely find an old escape pod that has 4 seats in it.
Oh, wonderful.
And also,
Okay.
worst case scenario, we could always just let ourselves get captured.
Well, I was thinking, if we can build an excellent cloak, I gonna say, as a diplomat and as a senator, I'm escaping the ragamuffins, as it were, and wanting to join the First Order as a politician, and then you hide and attach yourselves. Two-pronged attack. I distract with elegance, and you murder.
Yeah.
And then I murder. Once their distraction is over, and then I get to murder.
And then we'll have at least one vessel to escape so that we don't have to die.
And murder.
Exactly. Then we have 2 vehicles in 2 different places as possible escape routes.
And perhaps somebody could be your bodyguard, not me, but somebody else could be your bodyguard for when you go on the base.
I can do that.
So
Excellent.
you protect, you also distract.
Yes.
But most importantly, we attack.
Yes.
And then
Got
we
it.
attack too.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
this plan. It all ends with attacking.
Man, I want a series about Ewok politicians, like Ewok West Wing. It's like this is just compelling as hell. Okay, yeah. So
Calm until it's pointy.
That's your plan.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah?
phase
Yeah.
1 is like build
Yeah,
cloak.
no.
Phase 1 is a cloaking device for our ships.
Who's doing that? You? Anybody else?
I'll
We
describe.
were collaborating, yes.
I'll describe what I saw, and
Okay.
you can
I'd
build
like
it.
to create a holographic schematic for this to help because I'm a tactician.
That's true.
Can I roll for that, please?
Yeah. I guess that would be like a help roll.
Sure.
Was I helping?
Yeah, you.
I was
she
helping
gonna help.
with it though.
Oh, yes.
First. Yeah. Why don't we go with that first one, and
Yeah.
then we'll come back to that in a second.
Yep. I will reserve my
Because you
tactical
could,
help.
you would be good for tactics for assisting our diplomatic friend,
Yes.
because that involves close quarters, which seems to be a specialty of yours. Throwing quarters or possibly punching quarters.
How did you know that?
And while you're working this out,
Observation.
the radar starts bleeping.
My nostrils.
You've got TIE fighters on you.
Already?
Oh.
And
What?
a flashing red light goes off, and you see the TIE fighters appearing on your scope.
The porg is already in the window with the blaster pointed at it, going,
Our proximity detector has gone off.
Do we have a gunning turret or anything?
You've got one turret in the ship. Someone's got to fly, and then I guess 2 of you are working on the cloak.
You're flying.
Oh, well.
I'll go in the turret.
I think that has to. Yeah. Okay.
Ah, there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who wants to do what?
Do you want to
I'll
do the
fly.
guns?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, you can gun.
I'll gun.
Porg, you want to fly? or Rasha Riku? No, sorry, not
Rasha
Rasha.
Riku.
That was last week. Sorry, my bad.
I'm Bebop.
You're
Senator
Bebop.
Bebop
Son of a
Ginzar.
Bebop Ginzar.
So are you asking the porg or are you asking Senator Bebop what they're doing?
Both.
Well,
Senator Bebop's also a great porg's name now.
I know. What did you say the porg's name was?
Admiral Porgy Bear,
Admiral
Porgy
Bear.
Porgy
I
Bear.
love that.
named after her uncle.
And Admiral Porgy Bear. Okay. Well, Porg is up on the in the window.
Yeah.
Where you are now piloting.
Yeah, Porg is our co-pilot.
Yeah, so but Porg is like anxiously looking back at you, and before pressing a button, like looks at you.
2 buttons over. Small organic. Yes.
Peck.
And Peck's just like flutters.
Yeah.
We'll accept that as role play and not make you roll for that communication. But yeah, so I guess you're flying,
Yes.
and now you're riding shotgun as
As Porg.
Porg.
Yeah, Admiral Porgy Bear is chewing. Yes.
Okay, so let's start there.
Okay.
Porgy Bear, make a help roll
Okay.
for co-piloting.
Okay.
That is lightsabers roll. You want to roll beneath your number. You can roll 1 because you're a porg.
Right. But as we've learned, Porg are extremely susceptible to mimicry. So if I'm seeing the correct buttons being pushed.
That's true because they're kind of bird
They're very
analogs,
parody.
and so that sort of corvid mimicry
Yeah.
talent probably comes into play.
What do you think?
I think that gets you 1.
I thought you were gonna say one more. I was almost so happy.
But I might get your number to 3. Because, like, if dogs are 3, then, like,
That's true.
mimicry means you're... Because we didn't establish what a porg's number is.
Yes, we did. It was
Is it
2.
Oh, is it 2? Okay.
So this porg is all about feelings. No help at all.
Porg is
I'm
trying to
shocked.
help with that.
You keep giving me the buttons that don't work.
I
You know
keep
it.
giving you the broken buttons so that you won't do harm.
Exactly.
So that your
I'm not
fallible
helping, but I'm
organic
helping.
nature will not...
I'm
interfere.
theoretically holding the spoon.
One of those TIE fighters
to
just
help
raced the
cook.
outside.
I'm going to get on the intergalactic intercom because we do have some older codes. I'm going to use one of those codes to make the TIE fighters recognize us as not being enemies, so they will go away.
Oh, mess with their IFF. Nice.
Okay, we'll get back to that in 1 second. First, you got to roll to see how your piloting is going
Okay.
in. That is a lightsabers roll. You want to roll beneath your number. Your number is 5. And what did we say it was last time? 2?
Yes.
It could still be 2. And this time it's a
I
double
fly real
success.
good.
But I'm going to make you reroll 1 of them.
Oh. I fly even better after the Force.
Yeah, so
Because the
you,
Force is with me. Whoa.
you fall into a zone and start piloting. The Force pops into your ear. You're on with the Force. Do you have a question?
TIE fighters are not hyper capable. What is the vessel nearby that they're coming from that we might murder it?
There is, let's say there is a Star Destroyer within the area. It is, you are too small to capture its notice, unless you probably, specifically go out of your way to. So you're fine if you don't annoy it. Force out, so what are you doing?
I go up into the turret.
Oh, you're in the turret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fly and die, respectively.
All right, so we're gonna say all this stuff is happening at the same time. So why don't you roll for the guns? You are you're a reckless bruiser, so you can probably roll 3. It's a feelings roll because it's action. You want to roll over your number, and so your number is 2.
1, 2, 3, success.
Yeah, and you just start strafing with that cannon, and I'm gonna say like 3 successes. Like let's say there were 4 TIE fighters. You took out 2 of them right off the bat.
Yeah, you did.
And the other 2 like see how deadly you are with that cannon, and they sort of backed off a tiny bit, although they're still on the ship. You are going to try and use these older codes to tuck them in. Okay.
I would like to assist with that. I am now a government official, and I would probably know some codes that might register as like A-OK.
Okay, Senator Bebop.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll a feelings roll? Your number is 3. Your number is 3. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 2.
Okay. 1 success.
1 success is all it takes. Yeah, you have some information about how those codes were working that you've caught through the Bothan spy network or something. And so you now can roll. Let's see. You are a spy. This is right up your alley. You're getting help. You can roll 3. It's a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 3.
Okay. That's 3 successes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Rini changes into a Jawa. And in a very strong voice and confident voice, like, what exactly do you think you are doing right now? And she reels off the codes to the TIE fighters.
Who is this?
Did you just not get the codes that I sent over? This is an important mission with an important senator, and you need to get the L off.
Who is this? You don't
Now.
sound familiar. I think I would remember that charming accent. Do you have a code to identify yourself?
And she reels off the code.
Okay, with 3 successes, yeah, all of a sudden you hear this long silence, and then, oh my God, I am so sorry, ma'am. Please don't tell anybody that questioned you at all, of course, go about your business. We'll pull back, and then it cuts off, and the two TIE fighters immediately drop back and disappear.
That was
So he's like the leader's sommelier
yeah.
code.
That was
It's like the dispensary code.
Exactly. Like, don't mess with like the leader's chef.
I know.
the Great Rasha Ewok traveled with a Jawa. That was an excellent impersonation.
She changes back into Claudette. Thank you. Jawas are very forceful, so they make me feel strong, and people pay attention to them because they're also like sand thieves.
Oh, that makes sense. You're quite good at most things.
She goes into the hatch.
Aww.
Bye.
All right, and so you are continuing on your path to the, I assume towards the presumed location of Murder Star Death Kill, Evil Star Death Kill Murder Base 1,000,000 plus Infinity. And the TIE fighters are off of you now. So what is your plan here at this point?
Now I can get back to the cloak.
Cloaking device.
Cloak. Okay. So you two are going to work on the cloak?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start there. You're rolling help. That's lasers.
Yes.
So
I'm
you
gonna
wanna
describe what I saw with other cloaking device.
Yes.
Let's say you can roll 2. That's a lightsaber's roll. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 3.
Yes, 2 helps. So
Yeah. So you are
I'm an assassin.
You're an assassin.
Stealth is part of assassination.
All right.
And you were taught by a droid.
I
so
was
you
taught
know,
by a droid, so I know
number of-
machines. Yes.
Yeah, you know machine.
All right. So with help, you can roll 3. It's lightsabers. And you want to roll under your number. Your number is
That would be
5.
3 successes. Give me that cloak. Give me that cloak. Cloak.
Yeah, you make us very convincing.
What is the
cloak.
Porg doing while we do this, though? What is Admiral Porky Bear up to in the construction of the cloak? Do we disappear the Porg, and that's how we know the cloak works? I need this.
Oh, okay. Well, so
Make a lightsabers roll.
while you're working on it, currently the Porg has remembered all of the buttons that you told them that they can press, the ones that don't work.
Yeah.
And they have figured out that if you press them all in a rhythmic order, you can make music for yourself. So it is currently bouncing between all of the buttons that don't technically do anything, just making music. Which I imagine will get very annoying and you'll want to disappear it.
Do you want to roll to see if you can give the Porg invisibility powers?
Yes. So that was
You can
3
roll-
lightsabers, you said?
It's lightsabers. You can roll 2.
Cool. Get disporged.
Yeah, Porg. You suddenly find that when you're feeling a little on the spot, you can sort of cloak yourself.
It appears that our early tests with Project Porcaflosh have been successful.
A pile of things in the corner of where the Porg used to be. Off to the left, something crashes. Then behind you, something else crashes. And then the you just see the blaster that you gave floating. and then run down the hall.
Damn my meatbag's lack of prediction of consequences.
So your cloak, you think it's
Super
going to be
cloak. Yeah, super
pretty
cloak.
successful.
3 successful.
So what's the next phase of your plan here?
It cloaked the ship.
Ship is cloaked.
Send me and my bodyguard
Yes.
in the escape hatch to the evil Death Star times a billion.
Evil Death Star Kill Murder Base 1,000,000.
That one.
Yeah.
Million infinity.
As a refugee from the evil rebellion.
Thank you, document spy. And then we're entering as a sort of refugee politician. Take me in before you murder the stupid resistance. Save me! I'm important in government. And while they attack invisibly, and then we all attack. That's the plan.
I punch things.
Yeah.
This is a punch.
So,
All right.
do we attack
I'm
right
bringing the
away,
punch to
or
the
are we-
party.
Are
is
we
what
going to
I'm
try to
doing.
also sneak on the ship?
Yeah, so basically while we launch the escape pod from our cloak ship, we can effectively piggyback on its sensor profile so that we can tuck up onto it, attach, and thereafter, as quietly as possible, assassinate any opposition to getting to the fragile point on the murder base.
Yes,
For short.
And I have the I have a holographic map that can get us to the self-destruct, and could probably get us back to the ship.
That sounds like excellent preparation.
I put on another blaster-proof vest.
You know, your ratio of blaster-proof vests to blasters is disappointingly high. If you'd like more blasters, I could conceivably supply you with them.
But I only have 2 hands and 2 blasters, so why would someone need more?
What if one were taken? Or you were disarmed? Or you didn't have one in your boot?
Then I'd run.
Or if you transformed into a species with more arms, you could hold a lot more weapons.
No,
I did hear of this, it was General Grievous, that species has numerous arms, but unfortunately I can't change my mass.
Oh.
I'm not that good at it yet. It's supposed to be in my genetics to be able to, but
Well, you're good at things that you thought you were bad at. So perhaps your meatbag capacity for self-assessment is simply poor.
I've made a list of my pros and cons, and the cons is way longer.
Oh.
Cons. And while you're having this soul-searching character-building conversation, you hear the flapping of wings outside of your cloaked ship, and just there in space,
Compatriots.
Yeah.
is the most majestic thing that you have ever seen in your lives.
Are
A
they out the
penguin.
window?
Yes, it just knocks on the window, and
You
We
don't
let them
see
in.
you don't see the
We're
port,
just like,
but you see the breath on the window of it in front of the.
oh, poor breath. And the penguin hops in, and it's got a little messenger bag and hat on, and and it salutes the porg. And it's got a bunch of messages. And the first one is from Elizabeth Joy, who says, "Welcome, Elisa, to the Tempting Fate family. I hope the force is with you all." We're like, welcome back, of course. And thank you, Elizabeth Joy. And Dark of Nate says, so sorry to force my way in, but Sith I'm here, Jedi just want to say thanks for a great campaign. Wookie dokie. Thank you. These puns will now float away with the rest of the garbage. Thank you, Dark of Nate. They were great. I
Was
like
that your
garbage
Kylo poetry? I liked it.
Oh, that was your entry in the
yeah, I knew
contest?
you were gonna
Okay.
I know, I forgot.
Maybe you
Yeah.
will win the power over Kylo Ren, Dark of Nate. And Live Spark says, welcome honored guest Eliza, and thank you Gina and Sam for a very feels Friday.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Callisto 6. Check it out.
Gina is the best. That is all. Do not at me.
Gina is the best. And Meaning of Night, our friend who does the official Carrier Penguins. Check out today's official Carrier Penguin at Tempting Fate RPG. Says, welcome back to the table, Eliza. Awesome game, and may the force be with you.
And with you. Meaning right.
It's just the eyes make literally everything you do hilarious.
I think you mean the nostrils.
The nostrils, sorry. That's what
These are the eyes.
Yeah. And Kai says, they all survive episode 1 and 2, but will they live to the end of episode 3? May the force be with you, and may you
And
all
also with
rest
you.
well. They could survive. It could happen. Oh, yeah. And Teal Time says,
Force is destined to live.
Penguin? Yeah, penguin. And Fractured Avatar 13 says, good speed, good luck. You guys are killing it. And me, no, seriously, please stop. I can't breathe. Thank you, Fractured Avatar. And thank you, everybody. And on that, the carrier penguin jumps into the airlock and lets itself out and shoots off into space majestically and disappears into the stars, leaving a wonderful, sparkling rainbow trail behind it. And we are back to the ship. And you are getting into the escape hatch with you.
Yes.
Rushneck.
Yes.
With Rushneck.
Rushneck.
Before I go, I knock on your hatch.
Open the hatch.
Hello. I have a question / request.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been noticing your majestic cape that you've been wearing.
Isn't it very nice?
I'm jealous. Do you have any extra material? I feel like I need to feel important. Because I'm a politician.
I actually found a number of different materials that are down here. And I couldn't get Mom's puzzle box open, so I did fashion a very majestic looking cape.
Yes, I knew I asked the right person. I would like that now. We're about to leave.
Okay, it's red. Is that okay?
Oh, that's yes, that is an excellent color.
It is like this big, beautiful, like made out of children's blankets, but it was very rich material.
Imagine amazingly long on an Ewok.
It's majestically long.
Majestically long, yes.
Give me a train for days.
So yeah, you.
And then I fitted a toy around the neck, like like one of those toys where it's like when the moon ball where you like jump on it, like took half of that and fashioned it around the neck. So
this is the most beautiful item of clothing I have ever worn.
Incredible.
Yeah, you are extremely impressive.
Something tells me the First Order will like the color.
All right, so we're gonna put the two of you in the pod. Who's flying the pod over?
I suppose I would be flying, or would you be flying?
I mean,
Why don't we let you fly?
it's kind of a jumble. Sometimes we Ewoks are just randomly amazing at tech we've never encountered before.
Sure.
But don't want to risk it.
If any land speeder chases come up.
What's that?
If any land speeder
I'm really good at land speeders.
So why don't you make a piloting roll? It's a
this should
lightsabers
go
roll.
really well.
You want to roll under your number.
I'm gonna
You're
help
a
you.
bruiser. Everybody has some elementary level of flying experience in this universe, so you can roll 2.
Okay.
May I help?
Yeah,
With my weird Ewok understanding of tech I don't know.
Sure. That's also a lightsabers roll. You can roll 2. You want to roll under your number. Your number, Bebop, is 3.
Get help.
Yes.
I also rolled a force.
Oh,
Yes.
so you can roll 3, and while you're doing that, the force pops into your. This is the force. Do you have any questions?
Are they gonna believe this ruse?
If you roll well enough, they will.
Thanks, Force.
Force out. And you can roll 3, and you're trying to roll under your number, and your number.
I have
is
rerolls,
2.
and I'm gonna use them.
You're gonna use them? Oh, 3 failures. Yeah.
3 failures. Wait, do I get to reroll all of them?
No,
just
one per reroll.
yeah, so you can
2, 3. Oh no.
Again?
Yes.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay. Luckily, the audience is very generous with the rerolls.
Thank you.
I love you.
I needed it.
Because they're correct.
Oh my god! Okay, so that ship just goes careening straight towards the base.
Pushing a lot of buttons.
Yeah, and what I'll say is, as it comes into sight when you first came up, it's the evil star death kill murder base 1,000,000 plus infinity is like, I mean, forget the Death Star, forget Star Killer base. This thing is like 100 Star Killer bases.
Wow.
It's as big as the biggest star in the universe. I mean, it's just freaking ridiculous. You can't see it end to end. It takes up your entire field of vision. The Empire has just gone way over the top this time. I mean,
By the year 500 ABY, the Death Base construction will in fact inhabit half of the known galaxy. They'll just keep expanding at an exponential rate.
yeah, the Death Base construction people have fantastic lobbyists with the Empire.
Right? It's that murder complex.
Now, by the way, I should point out here is that you are careening straight towards it. It's a failure. I can just let this happen. But you also have ramming speed, a one-time ability to use a ship as an unstoppable projectile. If you'd like, I will let you ramming speed your way into the side of the evil Death Star kill murder base 1,000,000 plus infinity. Man, I should have given that a better name. But
I don't understand.
but you don't have to.
When that bridge
Are we dying right now? I was writing emo poetry and I...
Yeah, she failed her piloting roll 9 times.
9 times?
9 times.
9.
Well, per dice.
One more. One more.
One more.
If I get
Success
one,
and cost.
if I get one success, will we not die?
Hey, one success is a
That's all
success.
you need, not die.
What did you do? One more. I don't want to die, and I want to use that epicness for
Well,
something.
You won't die. It'll just be bad.
Exactly.
Nope, still no.
I think you should have
Gina.
piloted.
As we all know, trying rerolls at our friends does not always.
You should have been the one
But
to
this
pilot.
is different.
I have rerolls.
This
Save
is
yours.
a little
Okay.
bit like.
Shoot. Are you gonna try again?
I'll try one more.
You won't, I promise you don't die. Nobody dies unless it's a story contrivance.
There we go!
Oh,
Finally.
11th times for charm.
Why do they make so many buttons?
The old expression goes.
I'm using my weird hands to try to pilot.
So you retain your ramming speed.
No
should
ramming.
come in handy later. Yeah,
ramming.
one success with cost. So you go careening towards that entry port, and it looks like you can see stormtroopers on the inside looking, and like they're waving. They got like 74 flags. They're trying to. They notice you're out of control, and they all start freaking out and running. And you just go like right into that docking bay and just go like skidding across the floor all the way to the back. Sparks are everywhere.
Can I press the SOS button?
Yes.
So that the pod starts emergency.
You press the
SOS!
You press the SOS button, and a little red flag pops out of the top that says "Help."
Help!
As the ship just comes to a stop. Now you had one success, so it is a landing that you can walk away from. But now just all these stormtroopers just run over and sort of surround the ship, and you just hear a voice like, "Come on out of there! Or we'll drag you out."
I want to pop the top of the escape hatch, emerge gloriously, like by throwing the cape of red up first, and then I emerge underneath of it, and I just want to just announce loudly, "Finally, I've reached sanctuary!"
Sanctuary!
Okay, make a feelings roll.
Yes.
Roll. I guess this is kind of what you do. You're
I'm a politician, baby.
You can roll.
Bring on the theatrics.
You can roll 3 unless you're getting help.
Yes, I will help.
What would you like to do to help?
I would like to boost her up.
Oh, make me taller.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Soapbox.
Okay, you can
S.
roll 3. You're a muscle character. This should be easy for you. It's
Yeah.
a feelings roll. You want to roll over? You
Oh
get-
yeah, she's just all over the place.
No.
Over?
It's a feelings roll. Yeah, you want to roll over your number?
Oh yeah, no,
Because
you
it's-
didn't success all over the place.
That's
that was
insane.
one. You got one.
Oh, it's
You got
one. Okay, it's one. Yeah.
I
That's
got.
all I
Oh, I
need.
got a
Yeah,
force.
that's all she needs.
Okay.
One is
That's
one.
right.
Yeah.
One is
And
enough. You did it.
as
Yeah,
she's
the
lifting
force.
you up, the force pops into your. You're on with the force. Do you have any questions?
I'd like to know, will I have to punch anyone tactically?
It's probably gonna come up.
Oh, good. Oh,
Force out.
okay.
But yeah, you can now roll 4.
Wonderful.
And it is also it's a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 3, Senator Bebop.
3 successes. What is my number?
3 successes, 1 is your number.
Yes.
So
Good,
yeah,
good.
absolutely. That cape comes flying out, and she lifts you. He lifts you up very high, and it's extremely impressive to the stormtroopers who sort of back up and freeze, and they're all looking, and nobody quite knows what to do. Hold on that for a second. What are the two of you doing while this is going on?
So we've snuck up in the sensor shadow of the escape pod, and we're attaching to the murder base.
Yes. So we're a couple of maybe levels below them, sneaking in.
Let's say that's a lightsabers
Cloaked.
roll to
Yeah.
see.
Fuck.
Yes.
We are so
super
fucking
cloaked.
cloaked.
Yeah,
The
you're-
cloaked it is.
The most cloaked.
Let's see. But how about your entry goes? Because
How about that entry?
we'll make it a joint roll for the attaching to the side of the ship and entering.
Okay, let's make a giant roll.
Let's do it.
So roll lightsabers. You're piloting.
Yep.
Roll lightsabers. You want to roll under your number. You can roll 2.
I am aiding by pushing buttons.
By pushing buttons. That's a feelings roll. You can roll 1. You want to roll over your number? Your number is 3, Rinny.
Admiral, are you pushing the non-functional buttons?
I'm pushing the functional buttons.
You're pushing the functional buttons.
Yeah, Admiral.
Admiral, are you pushing
Admiral
the
Porky
non-functional
Bear.
buttons?
Gosh.
Are we back in action?
You have help.
Awesome. There's been like some commotion in a cabinet. Until you say, Admiral, are you pushing your buttons? Do you see the cabinet doors full? Am I still invisible?
You have like
I imagined I was.
like animal
invisible.
instinct invisibility.
Oh, it's staying invisible.
So yeah.
So you just see the cabinet doors sort of bust open, some things fall out. There's definitely like a tiny beaker or some sort of pot just going dink, dink, dink. Definitely got it caught on the foot. And now the pot is just invisibly punching the buttons in that rhythmic order again.
All right, with the pot assisted, and you're helping me and make this joint roll. I think we're good to go.
You can roll 3.
all right.
Lightsabers.
Admiral Porky Bear.
All right, that's 2 successes, one of which is the force.
Yeah, so 2 successes absolutely does it. You come up onto the side of the evil Death Star murder killed a million base, whatever it's called, and attach to the side, and you manage to say open a hatch to find a way in. And while that's going on, there's a voice in your ear. You are on with the Force. Do you have any questions?
Yes,
Force
of
here.
course.
Hey, what's up?
What is the greatest threat we should be concerned about on our way to the murder base weakness point?
The greatest threat you should be concerned about is that Kylo Ren has a different secret weapon. Force out.
We never accounted for his abs.
It's right. The weapon is those abs. They're amazing.
I'm gonna have to find a shirt to put on him.
Or
He's
cape.
uncontainable.
I also had a force.
Oh, you also had a Force
Yeah.
Force here? Do you have any questions? You're on with the Force.
Senator Bebop just wants to ask the Force if her friends got in undetected.
Yes, actually. They did. Because they rolled 2 successes. So yeah, you are in undetected. Now the 2 of you,
While I'm up here and, flourishing, I just want to poke down and I just go, they made it.
Oh, good. Good to know.
and you, and those stormtroopers surround you and they're like, who are you?
I am the great Ewok Senator Bebop Ginsar, and I demand refuge. There is a war happening.
The stormtroopers are looking around at each other. Okay, we should probably talk to Hux. Oh no, wait. Who's doing that now?
Are you without a leader, good people? I am clearly here to help.
You know what? We will go find who's in charge of this. For now, we're going to have a couple of stormtroopers take you to
A green room of some sort.
yes, a relaxation
Wonderful.
suite. And 2 stormtroopers break off and sort of follow us, and they start leading you down.
Yeah. I want you to get the most important person on this ship to come and have a word with me.
And the stormtrooper's like, yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they'll do.
Excellent.
And he keeps walking, and as he goes, you're just sort of passing through the inside of this battle station. It looks much like all the other battle stations we've seen in Star Wars. I don't know. Anything you want to do? Anything you want to...
Are we now in the green room? What's
You were
in
not
the
in the
green
green room.
room?
You were just sort of walking through the
Oh,
halls.
we're walking through the halls.
Just want to get a sense of,
Okay.
They're probably going directly to the... Oh, I know what I want to do.
Yes.
Oh, I know what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
If they're heading
Rushneck?
towards the weakness place, I want to go into a panel and use my short-range signal scrambler to make them undetectable wherever they're going. Turn off the cameras.
Okay. Now, of course, you're walking with two stormtroopers who
Are they in front or in back?
Yes. Can I punch them?
Right now, they are behind you. You are walking in front of them. They are behind you. Can you punch them?
I'd like
you
to
can
punch
sure
them.
try.
I'm gonna punch them.
You're just gonna punch them. Okay.
Yes.
That is a feelings roll. You're a bruiser. You can roll 3. Unless I guess you're getting help. Are you getting help, or do you just want this to be a surprise? Is this a surprise, dude?
Yes, this is a
I'm
surprise
gonna look
attack.
over at you right before I do it and
surprised.
do this.
Oh, you wink with your nostrils? Great.
Those are the eyes.
Oh.
Those are the nostrils.
No!
Yes,
No!
finally.
You flare your nasal passages at me.
I do this with my nasal.
I understand completely. I wanna, I wanna help by attempting to cape flourish over their heads so they don't know that I just wanna, it's a display of dominance before the dominance happens.
I guess we'll call that
like a peacock.
feelings
I peacock
roll.
at
It's a
them.
core chord. It's predominant.
Yeah.
You can call that a feelings roll. You can roll.
This is totally a diplomacy
You
act.
can roll 2. You
Okay.
want to roll over your number. Your number is 3, Senator Bebop.
Get help.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can roll 4 now because like this giant cape comes up in front of their faces.
This
and
really
you
is an
sort of turn
excellent
around.
hallway. Woo!
What am I rolling, over or under?
It is a feelings roll, so you want to roll over your number.
I got 4
Oh,
successes.
yeah.
One of them is the Force.
Wow.
Oh.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you want to describe how you do this yourself, you are
Yeah.
welcome to.
By the way, I've been walking with my boxing wraps on my hands. That's just how I am. I always have them on.
Sure.
So when the cape flourish happens, I just spin around and I go pop pop.
And you are so strong. Those big, giant Mon Calamari arms just coursing with muscles. Just you crack them right in the helmets, and it's so hard that both of them just like just fall straight down. I mean, and 4 successes. What's amazing is that even though you're in the middle of these hallways, like nobody saw it happen. You're just like you got
No, because
totally
my
lucky.
cape's over their bodies right now.
The cape's over the bodies, covering it. It's like people are just walking by, just nice and, you know. Thank you for the sub, P. Matthew.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
there-
everybody.
Do you think there's a trash compactor nearby?
Oh, probably.
We should probably dispose of these.
That's a good idea.
Is there like a sign that says like waste that is just like a laundry chute that we can just shove them down?
Trying to decide if I should make you roll for that. 4 successes.
successes.
4 successes. You absolutely, yeah. You throw them down a garbage chute, and you hear like splash, splash, and then like you hear a conversation from the bottom of the chute. It's like, what happened? I don't know. Hey, are the walls closing in? Oh no! Oh my God, no! And it's like,
Oh no.
and while that is going on, the two of you have made your way.
Force.
Oh, you got a force, right? So while you're stuffing those bodies into the chute, the force pops into your ear. You are on with the force.
Yes, hello, Force.
How's it going?
I would like some help, actually.
What can I do for you?
I'm a good tactician, but I need some help figuring out which cameras to scramble for my friends to not be
Well, that
detected.
depends on where your friends are going, but as far as you know, they are headed towards where the schematic showed the weakness was in the
Okay.
base. So for that area, we will call that area 6B.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Force out.
Okay.
And while that is going on, let's go back to the two of you. You have made it inside of the evil death, kill, murder base, million plus infinity squared, or whatever it was, and I guess you were on your way to this this weakness.
Yeah, the point of self-destruction.
No, is that what you're doing? Now you know you did get a feeling from the Force that said that Kylo Ren has another weapon.
Yes, but we don't know where. Can I use Force Sense?
You are a Force sensitive character.
I learned these ways from my master.
You learn these ways from your master.
I learned specifically droid techniques, which
That's-
are very precise
It's a-
and very calm and very centered.
It's a feelings roll. You can roll 2.
Damn it. I tried. This will take rerolls, kids.
Stick with the precedent. You can roll 2. It's got to go over. That's one success.
That's one success. I mean, hey, let's see.
Little.
Maybe. One more. Why not? No, I'm not feelings. Oh, there we go. There's 2.
Okay, you
I let
turn.
the hate flow through me.
You let the hate flow through. You reach out. No, you reach out with the force.
Yeah.
Your master was, a good Jedi. Lulu was good.
They were all right.
And you sense something very weird. At some undetermined level below you somewhere, there are Jedi here, but there's something weird about them. They're not thinking or something, or they're unconscious or something.
Like the tale my master once told me of the ones that are encased in carbonite.
Your master did tell you that tale once.
So it might be like that circumstance,
be
although
like-
obviously not identical.
Possibly.
Though, how could I tell? As I recall, they were also meatbags. I don't want to say you're all alike. I just want to say I can't tell me apart from you either.
Oh, well, I'm like all of the species, so...
All is...
Actually, you saying
Hashtag
that
yes,
I'm
all meatbags.
well, you saying that I'm like other species actually is a compliment for me, because it means that my shape-shifting is really good.
Good.
You literally can't make fun of me. My self-esteem's too low.
I also do not have that skill. My master did not teach me that. Their wry humor was too dense for my poor organic brain.
I'd like to find some stormtrooper armor.
Okay. Why don't you roll lightsabers? You can roll under your number. You can roll 1.
By the way, do I at least have a direction on that?
Yeah, it's coming from somewhere below you, certainly.
Reroll.
Okay.
I've only got a 3. I want to save them for something important. No.
We also
I
do have
not.
table.
Oh yeah, there are also table rules.
Do those roll over into the next game? The table rerolls?
If we say no, regardless of whether or not that's true, will you use them?
Yes.
Then no.
Totally don't roll over.
Technically,
Okay, then I will use one of those.
Then you use one of these. Okay.
No. So, no, I don't find.
Nah,
any
you give it a
stormtrooper.
shot, but you don't quite
Well,
find
we'll
any
have
armor.
to find stormtroopers and then...
We'll have to fight them?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for a panic attack.
Uh-huh. Have fun.
That's feelings 1.
Oh, wait, so I have to roll over my number?
That's how we've been playing.
She has a panic attack. Because I got a 2. I rolled under my number.
Yeah, you start freaking out a little bit.
Observation, you appear to be breathing in a disordered manner.
I didn't become a spy to fight people. I just kind of became a spy because it's like the family business. And I don't. She changes into a Gungan.
Who goes there? And then you turn around and there are, we'll say, 3 stormtroopers looking over at you.
Hold, please. There's more
Let's see your
important
security,
business.
right? Let me see your security passes.
I entirely ignore them and turn back.
Like,
Calm yourself. I take the invisible pork off of my shoulder. Have an emotional support animal.
can I roll again? Since I have my emotional.
Yeah, roll. Try again. See what happens.
Emotional support animal. There we go. I found it.
You feel a hand on your shoulder. A
guy?
stormtrooper
I
kind of
uninvisible?
grabs you.
Oh, good. Now I put my lightsaber through its chest.
Okay,
I
that's...
just put it up to the chest and then I activate it.
The porg calmed me.
What the pork does to calm you is it uninvisibles so that you can peer into its
big
perfect
pork
big pork eyes, and it just does the thing where it zooms and twinkles.
She changes into a Wookiee.
While that's
Climbs up
going
on
on,
you.
you fire up the lightsaber and swing with it.
Yeah.
That is a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number.
Feelings now, damn it.
You're not trained with a lightsaber. You are a force character. You have been trained in general by your master. Let's say you can roll 2.
Yeah, no, not with feelings. There we go. There's one.
One success. That's enough. You cut the first stormtrooper just right in half, and he's dead instantly. The other one, I mean, success with consequence. You hear him radio, "We've got intruders! We've got intruders!"
I barrel into him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 3. You're used to being a Wookiee.
Yeah.
You're no rookie Wookiee.
Your number's
She used
3.
to wrestle with Wookiees.
That's
2
2
successes. I knew I should have been a 4. I'm rolling like so many 4s today.
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah, so that's 2 successes. You absolutely like a football player just hit that second one and he's flying off of his feet onto his back, and that just leaves one who sort of like backs up with his gun and he's just like, all right, don't make me fire.
Do you want to take this pork? You're still invisible.
Get down on the ground.
Wait, where am I going?
Can the pork does the
one-
pork want to
we've got one
joyride
storm.
on the hilt of the lightsaber?
You can hear the sound of marching
Either that,
feet
we've
coming
got
from down
one
the hallway.
stormtrooper.
I do
left.
actually wanna
You're
let it
invisible if you
Shoot,
want to do
so I can
anything.
deflect
There
right
were
back
3
at it.
stormtroopers that came out.
Okay.
We've taken out 2 of them.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
One is still
precise.
there and there's someone.
Can the porg use the blaster that was given?
Yeah, that
Has been
a feelings roll. You can roll 1 because you're a porg. You got to roll
Okay.
over your number. Your number's
So
2.
I see the blaster on your hip.
okay.
Recognizes, imitate. Climbs down, grabs it, like leans off the side of your belt and
Talk about shooting from the hip.
shoot him from the hip.
All right, roll 1.
Roll 1. I have to get over my number.
You want to get over your number? Your number's 2.
I got the force.
Yeah, that is enough.
May the porks be with you.
You shoot that guy
And
and
also
totally.
with you.
Porky bear.
You shoot him, but there's consequence. So as he goes down, he pulls the trigger on his blaster and just sort of strafes around the cabin. You want to try and deflect one of those shots?
Yes.
All right. That is going to be a force roll because you're using your force sense to. So,
Why am I using the force?
so you can roll 2 because you gotta be
Yeah.
use the force to be able to catch laser blasts.
Totally.
Anybody could swing, but that like block.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
So
I cannot use the force precisely.
you can roll 2. It's a feelings roll.
Yeah, I assume that was a failure. Yeah, that was a failure. It's still a failure. I cannot use the force. It's just feelings. I'm a failure to my master. This is why I was called a hopeless juice box.
You jump in front of the.
My failure, absolutely not.
I have blaster professor.
Oh!
I
Meat
failed
shield.
go.
Roll a feelings
No.
roll. Roll a feelings roll. You can roll 2. You want to roll
I strongly dislike this.
over your number. Your number is 3.
And I don't
You
know
don't
why,
have a
and it
choice.
confuses my little juice box brain.
By the way, P. Matthew sends a reroll to Gina. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I have 1 success. I will do I'll reroll that.
Thank you.
Yeah, 2 successes.
Yeah, and you absolutely block that laser blast with your vest, and those 2 stormtroopers are sort of trying to get to their feet with their heavy armor, but they're still kind of knocked off balance from your previous attacks.
I shoot them.
You're gonna shoot this time?
Yes.
All right. So you can roll feelings roll.
Right.
What?
Damn
It's
it.
action.
Okay.
You can roll 3.
Damn.
You can roll 3. You're an assassin.
Holy shit. No.
Wow. Yeah, you strafe the cabin with fire and you just totally miss.
Yeah.
And those stormtroopers get back up and you can see like down the hallway like a whole gang of stormtroopers are sort of headed your way.
Run. I'll hold them off.
We both run. We both have to run.
I would like to push her through the door and lock the panel.
Ooh. That's a feelings roll. It's action. But you're tough. You can roll 3. You want to roll over your number?
God dang. I can't.
No.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the tray, and I never counted if it's not in the tray.
Fair
I
enough.
have to be consistent, or
Fair
it's
enough.
cheating.
What is that?
It did.
I didn't see what it was.
Oh, I didn't see what it was.
Didn't it? Oh.
Nope, failure. Nope.
How about I willingly
one
go?
Do you willingly go?
I willingly go.
You say that how many rerolls in?
Well, I didn't know it was going to be like that.
If it's a feelings roll, yes, that's exactly what it is.
The coward in me takes over. I've been too brave for too long, and I look over them and I go, run, and then I just run.
Yeah.
And you lock the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there is a squadron of stormtroopers there. They raise their blasters at you, and they're, get down on the floor, drop the blasters.
I shoot the light.
Ooh, okay,
That's a precision.
that's a precision
Also-
thing.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, you ran away?
Yeah, you're probably on my shoulder.
No, it's okay. I didn't. I dropped down. As because Invisiporg.
You are an
As
invisible.
is Invisiporg, while they're attempting to shoot the light, I'm running over and tying all their shoes together.
Okay, Invisiporg, that is feelings roll. You can roll over your number. We'll say you can roll 2.
There's like new stormtrooper wear where they have
Get
like
help.
set boots.
Get help.
So
All right.
All right.
It's
You
new.
can roll
Yeah.
3.
So-
Well, with help, you
Yeah,
can roll
it's
4.
true,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
This is, oh my god, that's one
One
success.
success.
Oh wait. Oh, I was thinking the other one.
Yep. No.
All right, one success. That works. You shoot out the light bulb. There's a little consequence. When it goes out, it explodes, and you're kind of blinded for a second. And while that is going on,
As the light goes out, I'm blinded.
Right. I mean, more than you thought. More than you expected to be, like the flash of light in your eyes. And while that is going on, we'll cut back to the two of you who just stuffed a couple of stormtroopers into a garbage disposal. You can tell there are sirens going off. They know that there's somebody in the base now, thanks to these two.
Oh no. Our friends, it seems like maybe they've been detected. What do you think?
Red flashing lights seems to be that. Or someone discovered the trash chute.
Oh, right.
So either way, if they possibly are hindered from making it, we should probably head to where they were possibly going just in case.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. In the panel thing that you're fiddling with, do you know where they are?
Can I check? How do I want to check?
Sure, that's a lightsabers roll. You want to roll
no.
under your number.
help
You're a
me.
I'm gonna help
bruiser.
you.
Okay, it's
Again,
also
with my
lightsabers.
magic Ewok tech.
Sure. Also a lightsabers roll. You can
Thanks.
roll 3 for a help roll because you're a magic Ewok.
Or maybe do we have like intercoms?
Get help.
Or walkie-talkies?
That
We just
would've
talk
been
to each
smart.
other?
Yeah, nah, they didn't have
Too
really
late.
That's a
that.
lot of signal to possibly intercept.
That is true.
You got help.
You got help.
I got help.
So
How
you
many
can
do I
roll. You're a bruiser. You can roll with help too.
I work hard to be a good tactician. Does effort go anywhere?
Yeah, get you 2.
Okay.
It's a lightsabers. You want to roll under your number.
Under
your
my
number. Rushneck is 2.
Oh
my
we got
god.
2 successes.
Yeah.
One is a force.
Amazing.
I'm just hopping up and down next to you.
I am very thrilled and surprised. So in character, I'm also hopping up and down. I know where they are. I know where they are.
Yeah, you absolutely access the computer and get their precise location a couple of levels beneath you. We'll say in area 7G. And
All right.
you can see that there's a lot of activity down there.
Oh.
Reinforcements are headed down.
Reinforcement.
No. Okay.
Maybe we should make a distraction
Yes.
so that the reinforcements have to go elsewhere.
Yes.
Less enemies.
We have a force. Should we
Oh,
use that?
yeah, and the force pops into your ear. You were on with the force. Do you have any questions?
Should I ask it where we could make a distraction that would pull them away? Or, I
Are
don't
you
know.
asking the force that question?
No. Wait, force. Hold one, please.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Force.
Force here.
We want to create a diversion so that the reinforcements will go over there and not to our friends, so we can go help them and save them.
That's not a question.
Where should we send a diversion? Where's the best place?
Okay. Where's a good place to make a diversion? A good place to create a diversion that would get all of these people away is probably, let's say, their brig. If you can somehow facilitate a jailbreak, that might
Why
the guards'
didn't
attention.
we Thanks, Force.
Force out.
Force. That's great.
Anytime.
Let's do that.
I mean, anytime you roll your number, force out. And Fractured Atlas 13 sends a reroll to whichever player has the least. Very equitable. Who has the least
I have
rerolls?
gotten 0.
You have 2?
I think
you have 1?
Oh.
Sam Gillette.
I have rolled a lot of feelings today.
I've rarely seen you this bad with the rolling. Just
Well,
not
I am rolling a lot of feelings, no matter how calm and precise I am. I will have to endeavor to be even more calm and more precise, especially because I'm in a room full of stormtroopers in the dark.
Yes.
Great. So
you have a beat on the prison level from your successful search of the, computer.
Can I attach the thermal detonator to the wall that connects to the door mechanisms for the prison?
Well, you would have to get down to the prison level to do that.
Can we do it remotely?
Should I use the scrambler now?
Let's scramble!
All right. Yeah.
That seems like a good opportunity for
Let's
that.
do it.
Scramble away!
Okay,
Like it's breakfast.
This is going to be a
Human
lightsabers
breakfast.
roll
Oh,
again.
darn it.
You're probably going to want to
I'm gonna help.
Thank you.
You can roll 2 lightsabers.
Two
you can
now?
Yeah, you can each roll 2 unless you get help. You can roll 3.
All right.
Okay. Yep, no. What was this?
Lightsabers, you're going to roll under.
Under. I'm gonna re-roll 1.
But I was going to make one of the tiers. I was going to make you sing the Yub Nub song. But then
That's
I went
your
back
That's
and
my number!
looked at the Yub Nub song, and it is so complicated to sing. The lyrics are just impossible, even when you have them printed out. I was just I tried singing along, I couldn't do it. So
If you had warned me, I could have practiced all week.
next time. Next time we do Star Wars, Gina will sing the Yub Nub.
Okay, you get help,
Unless that's a Dom time tier, I don't know.
and
So you get help, and
I.
yeah, and the Force pops into your ear while you are helping her set up the box. This is the Force. Do you have any questions?
Yes, Force. I do
Force it.
have a question.
Yeah, what's up, Force?
Are there any unsightly, or potentially dangerous prisoners that we're releasing? And I mean dangerous to the Resistance. In the sense, they're arresting people left and right doesn't necessarily mean they're sympathetic to the Resistance. You know what I'm saying? Are there anyone in the brig that we're releasing right now that are harmful to our mission?
No, everyone in the brig is pretty much either a captured rebel or some sort of smuggler or someone who's just going to be too happy to...
As we know,
Smugglers?
some smugglers not so great, and they totally rat you out for their own gain.
That can happen, yeah. No, Lando's
But
not
none of
down
these.
there. He's
What about the other one?
doing whatever he's going to be doing.
What about Benicio del Toro?
Yeah, what about
That
Benicio
Benicio del Toro. Oh, yeah.
Benicio del Toro.
Conspicuously absent.
Benicio del Toro is not there.
He's in Ray's plotline, probably.
Yeah, Benicio del Toro. Yeah, so no, it's
Thanks a lot, Force.
it's great. Force out.
All right, you get help, so 3.
You can help, so you can roll
Thank
3. Each lightsabers roll. You want to roll beneath your number, Rushneck, which is a 2.
1s and 2s, please. I got 1 success.
Yes.
It's my number.
Okay, so it absolutely worked. It's a success with consequence. What I will say is you can tell immediately that the First Order troops are going to know immediately what you have done. They're probably dispatching stormtroopers to your location this second.
Crap.
But it worked, and all of a sudden you can start hearing through the radios of the stormtroopers that would say you stole that, oh my God, there's a massive break on the prison level. Divert all guards, or divert massive force there. you can tell on your level that some of those guards are starting to head away from where you're at, but you are still in this room. That big troop that was coming, many of them have broken away, but there are still an undetermined amount of stormtroopers in here with you.
And some have their shoes tied together.
And some have their shoes tied together, which will help you with your rolling. So, what would you like to do?
I'm not locked in with them. They're locked in with me.
Yeah.
Well done, Shamdalev.
I did a culture that I don't know. No idea what it's from. Pop culture Kenku. So, I understand assassination. And I'm a stealth assassin in the dark with a bunch of dudes.
You really want this to be a lightsabers roll?
I really need this. But, yeah, what I want to do is, where Darth Vader might just ignite his lightsaber like a fucking badass and just tank his way toward everyone, I'm just going to go up to a stormtrooper, ignite my lightsaber into his chest, and then de-ignite it. And basically, lightsaber rogue stab all of them.
I love
like
that.
firefly
cool.
puffs of death.
Yeah, exactly. They just see, flashes and hear screams while I go to the next one.
There was an episode of The Punisher like this where he runs through the woods at night and all you see is the muzzle flashes as he takes out 60 guys or something.
running.
So I want to do that, but with a freaking lightsaber.
I love that so much. That sounds like precise action to me. It's a lightsaber.
I worked hard on finding one.
You can roll 3.
Thank you.
And you were trying to roll beneath your number. Your number, Hopeless Juice Box, is a 5.
Oh, yes! 3 successes, 2 of which are the Force, meaning theoretically that I have questions, but much more importantly that the Force is with me.
Yeah, all of a sudden you just start tearing through that room. It's just light goes on for a second, stormtrooper screams, light goes off, light goes off.
Occasionally the light is reflected on a Porg who is visible now.
We just got to the Force. Oh.
And every time some stormtrooper tries to grab you from behind or something, it's all of a sudden they find their shoes are untied and just go plummeting to the floor. And yeah, you're just cutting through them left and right. And while this is going on, you're just kind of in such a zone. And into your ear, you hear this familiar voice. This is the Force. Do you have any questions?
Would my master be proud right now?
Yes, your master would be very proud right now. You don't even know how proud. You have any questions?
No further questions.
Force out. And yeah, and you're just tearing through them left and right. You're
So I was running scared away from all the action. I want to change into Kylo Ren.
oh.
Yes.
Roll. What did we call the shapeshifter rolls in the last game?
They've always been feelings.
All right, let's call it feelings roll. You can roll 2. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 3.
All right, were they always feelings? They were always feelings, weren't they? I don't remember.
We're gonna say they were since
remember.
that's how you remembered it.
Okay. I'm sorry. How many?
2.
You tend to shapeshift off of emotions, so I imagine that would be
That checks out.
for you specifically.
I buy that logic.
Yeah. So 2 successes.
You flawlessly shapeshift into Kylo Ren, and you are walking through the hallway when you see a stormtrooper run up to you, and he says, excuse me, my Dark Lord, I'm sorry, but I forgot to hand in my entry for the Angsty Goth Poetry Contest, and he hands you this little, digital board, and he's like, in fact, I'll remind everybody, and you just all, wherever you're standing, you hear through all the speakers, everybody remember to get your submission into Dark Jedi Lord Ren's Angsty Goth Poetry Contest. Please, he needs to judge this soon. You each walk over to a quick computer terminal, and let's start with Mark. Rini Pawak, let's hear your angsty goth poetry for Kylo Ren. Tatzel Test, thank you for the song.
Yay!
Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Running scared, changing the skin I'm in. I am enough. Am I enough? Enough am I. Smallest branch on a smothering family tree. proving myself about me to me. They've let me go into the galaxy because if you love something, let it go. But I might not come back because everything dies.
Much angst.
Much angst.
That was excellent.
Senator Bebop.
Senator Bebop.
Your angsty poem for
Senator
Kylo.
Bebop climbs up on the
No, I think your eyeball.
console
No.
and enters a few short lines. I will ban him like jerky. 'Cause a jerk is he. I don't want no scrub. Yub nub.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was more like slam poetry.
Yeah.
On that, by the way, Tassel Test sends you every roll to Gina.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
And Hopeless Juice Box.
Yes.
What is your angsty goth poetry for Kylo Ren?
Yeah. Designation. I am hopeless. Observation. I murder. Declaration. Let the past die. Provocation. Kill it if you have to. Revelation. The future is hopeless. Aspiration. Perhaps one day I will be hope.
Wow. Yeah.
I've held things.
And Rushneck Wilbax, what is your angsty goth poem for
All right.
Kylo?
Third great cousin Akbar. So sad that you are dead. I try, but cannot live up to the brilliance in your head. I hear your words, but they are mush. I bungled away with this map. I hope I will be smart enough to tell if it's a trap.
Oh, yes.
It's a lot of pressure.
These
Wow.
are excellent.
Those are all really great. Kylo Ren,
Yes.
he's got a lot to think about. Yeah, I don't know how Kylo Ren would make this decision. There was just so much angst in there, so much just heartfelt sadness. Let's decide it randomly.
We can have the chat room decide.
What?
We can have the chat room do it.
Can we have the chat?
at times.
Yeah,
Do we have?
but I don't know how much time we got.
Not
Dom,
much.
give it a couple of minutes. You want to let the chat decide?
We can set up a poll.
All right, chat. Dom's gonna set up a poll really, really fast. Let's give it like 10 minutes or something. Nothing long, and then whoever you think wrote the best angsty goth poem, let me know, and that person gets a special power over Kylo Ren.
Great.
So Kylo Ren has got a lot to think about, and he just goes sulking through the hallways, just being angry and trying to decide who won the contest. And what I'll say is, and while that's going on, the four of you manage to connect in the hall, so you were headed down, and you get to regroup.
It's me. It's me. No, it's me.
Oh.
It's me.
You're not Kylo Ren?
No, it's me.
Oh, that's good shapeshifting.
Thank you. I think this
Excellent.
is my best one.
Oh. Are you all right? That's a good sign.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's a good sign. Question. On your way up, have you passed any jerky factories? This contest has brought up a lot in me.
Only jerks, no turkeys.
Dang it.
I was just running scared, so I
Oh,
didn't really
That makes
feel any
sense.
things. But Hopeless was saying that there's Jedi below us, or
There's
something.
Jedi?
I sensed it with the Force.
But they're like not moving, and maybe we should get them out of here.
We prison breaked already.
But if they're not moving, then maybe they didn't run.
Oh.
They're directly below us?
A couple of levels.
Do you want to try another force roll to see if you could?
I don't have enough rerolls for that.
Do you want to give it a shot?
I mean, sure, yeah. One success, actually.
Wow. Okay. One success. Okay. Give 720. One success. I'll say you reach out with the force, and right before all of you, this ghostly shape starts to appear, sort of right there in the hallway, and suddenly it materializes, and it's a Gungan, and as it materializes even more, that Gungan is clearly Lulu Hunt, who
Ray's character.
This was a forced partner of my master's.
you recognize from your master.
Notoriously dark.
Lulu Hunt,
Played by Raveny Domesay, dark AF.
from game one, Lulu was still a rebel and on the side of good. Cece,
Of course.
Cece
No.
was evil.
No, definitely light side. Just like me and TK.
She troubled, no doubt.
Rave's a bit gray, I would say.
Troubled, no doubt. But I will say, for the canon record at least, Lulu was a good Jedi. Cece was the evil Jedi, and Lulu appears before you, and looks at your lightsaber, which she recognizes as her own, and sort of leans in. And she's, it served me well for a while. How did you get that?
Maz Kanata blackmails a lot of people.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, you're the ones. Okay, let me fill in some gaps for you real fast. Years ago, I went with some friends to a planet in the Outer Rim where we found this Guardian of the Wills taking care of 5 young Padawans who had been frozen in carbonite because of a radiation sickness they contracted somehow. And, well, years after the events, I told my mother about them, and my mother, well, I didn't know it at the time, but she was a Sith who answered to Darth Maul. And she used the information I gave her, and my help to track the Padawans down. But when we found them, my mother, being who she is, killed their guardian, Ziriko, and me.
That's dark.
That's real dark.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Well, luckily as a Jedi, I get to do this cool come back as a Force Ghost thing. It's actually, not bad. I get into movies for free.
Korg is listening intently about all the possibilities now.
Are they important? Do we have to save them? Because I was just hoping to push a button and then get on our ship and leave.
Kylo Ren has some kind of plan. My mother made a deal with him. I don't exactly know what it was, but he got the Jedi from her, and he has some plan to sap their power into himself.
He's got the babies?
So if we just push a button and leave, wouldn't that take care of everything?
It depends on what that button does.
Well,
Death
it's a
button.
self-destruct button.
There is a self-destruct button.
Where we'd just blow everything up, get in our ship, and leave. Would
That's
that be
one way.
bad?
Yes.
It's up to you, but it would be probably very bad for the rebellion if Kylo Ren was allowed to complete his plan.
No, we mustn't.
But won't the plan be interrupted if we just blow everything up and leave?
Yeah, if you do that, it probably would. That's probably one way.
You want to blow up the babies?
I want to live.
I remember some of this tale.
It's strange. I wouldn't have expected you to be so comfortable with murder. Especially of innocence.
When you say it that way, I mean, my family wouldn't handle it in that way. That I do know. And I guess we have to save them and also push the button.
Yes.
So we have to split up the party.
We started split, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's split again! Split again!
Okay.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer!
Who's going where?
Well,
I can basically go anywhere looking like this.
That's true.
Yes, you're doing excellent.
A couple of stormtroopers walk by and like, "Hey, Kylo, what's up?"
Kick rocks!
Yes, sir.
Well, we
He's
need
not a
someone
very nice person.
to get into that area 6B,
6B.
where the weakness is, to blow this whole place up.
Mmm.
But we also need someone to go and grab the carbonite babies.
Carbonite babies.
And get them off the ship.
Yeah.
The poor kid, you can't see him, but he's already volunteered for the button pushing one.
Okay.
Porg.
Yeah.
For the tactile sessions and reroll to Gina.
Thank you very much. I think you already did that.
Oh, did I do that one already?
You did that one.
Oh, sorry.
I am an honest.
Sometimes I
Player.
get confused.
You are?
List here. Yeah, so,
Do we want to do it odds and evens for adventures?
Well,
I mean,
I should probably confront Kylo Ren. Murderer to murderer.
Where is Kylo? Do we think he's near
probably
the
with the babies.
babies?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Attempting
got
to
to
Suck up their power.
suck up their power. You know, grade a contest.
and Lulu says,
Smash
you got
different
one
pieces of his base relatively arbitrarily.
Yeah, you got one victory, so Lulu will say, you know, I can feel the dark side coming from 2 levels beneath us. There's some kind of chamber.
There can only be 2 levels beneath us.
And Lulu, I see what you did there.
Yes. The dark side of punning is strong in me.
So, yeah, which way is everyone going?
Who's coming on baby squad with me?
Who needs help with
let me-
punching?
See.
Oh,
That
we should
would probably-
probably have a heavy to set the detonator.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to the destruct button because I did odds or evens. Even was destruction. I got 4. So
Okay,
And I'll be your puncher.
so you two are going
Okay.
for the self-destruct.
You-
we're going for this.
Porg is also going with the button
Porg-
push.
Okay.
And I will come to for baby mission because you know there's babies involved.
Yeah.
Gotta
Politicians
go.
Next
and babies.
generation.
Yeah, politicians
Yeah.
and babies.
You have to kiss the babies.
Gotta go kiss the babies.
This is the
and make
logic.
sure that they're alive and protected.
Oh. All right, sure.
And if I happen to see a brave turkey thing on the way down, extra ground to cover.
Do
I got a thermal detonator just waiting to.
Hey, Dom, do we?
Explode.
Who's winning the angsty goth poetry contest as of right now?
It better be a tie between all 4 of us.
Yes, that's the only correct result.
It's in my thing. Ah, Sam Delev. Hopeless. You get you hear over the communicate. Whoever wrote this poem, it's just amazing. You know, your amazing way with angsty goth words has a power over me. And I assume, you know, if you are reciting your poetry, you know, I don't know who I'm saying this to. If someone was fighting me and like citing this poetry, it would really probably distract me and, you know, maybe take a D6 off of, you know, well, probably and add a D6 to whoever's attacking.
What's a D6?
It's a space thing.
A dynamically driven double detonation. God. Just remember
Kylo-
6-shooter.
Kylo ran out. And yeah, so you have a special power of using your words to sway Kylo Ren's emotions. Your dark, angsty words. And
Of all of us, that checks out.
and
Makes
yeah,
sense, assassin.
I am dark and angsty.
so you two are headed down to Kylo Ren, and you two are headed towards the detonator. All right, so you each head different ways. Let's start with the 2 of you first.
And 3.
Oh, the 3 of you
Three
first,
of
right?
us, yeah,
because
plus
you-
invisible
right,
Porg.
right. Admiral Porgy Bear is with you.
You feel a little bit of weight around your left ankle.
No, pardon.
All right. Immediately as you start heading down the hallway, you are drawing a lot of looks because you are with someone who looks like Kylo Ren, and you're getting a lot of funny looks, and stormtroopers are sort of saluting at you and looking weird at you because they don't see a lot of Mon Calamari in the first
I
order.
mean mug at them, be like, what are you looking at?
And they all instantaneously look
Yeah.
away. Make a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number? You can roll 2. Let's see how your psych out.
Can I help?
investigation works. Yeah. What do you do to help?
I'm also doing this to everyone.
Flare
And
your nostrils at
Yeah, I'm
them.
flaring my
You have a certain flair.
You're flaring
Yeah.
Yes.
your eye strolls.
to help your
Poking at
courage.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's also feelings. You can roll 2. You want to roll over your number. You're trying to intimidate people.
I got my number 1.
Okay, so that's all it takes. And the
Yeah,
force
it's just
pops
a
into
help,
your
so-
ear. This is the force. Do you have any questions?
Are we gonna escape this? Is this a suicide mission?
No guarantees. Force out.
What the force?
Of course.
Yeah, you get to roll
Yeah, 2 successes. 1's my number.
2 successes. Okay, yeah, so it's absolutely working. Everybody's intimidated by you, and Force pops into your ear. Do you have a question?
Yes. Will it be easy to self-destruct this Death Star?
Will it be easy to self-destruct the Death Star? Easy is a relative thing. It won't be automatic.
As in, like, okay, so not I mean it in the way, like, okay, like with Luke, it was, fire it down the tunnel. Whoa, this is woo.
Just be a weird force genius, then it's fine.
Briar Bear gave you those plans that show you how to blow it up. We're going to say that this is a matter of getting to a room where you got to enter a few codes and flick a few switches and hack a few systems kind of thing.
Got it.
And force out. So yeah, they are just sort of clearing the halls for you, and then you come to, let's say, a door that's got 2. There are no Imperial guards. This is not the Empire, but let's say like Imperial guard types, definitely above your rank and file stormtroopers, and they are right by the door, and they are heavily armed. And when you get to the door, they say, "Supreme Commander, we weren't expecting you."
Duh.
And they sort of look at each other. Yes, sir.
Why are you still in my way?
Move! And they look at each other uncertainly. What's today's code, sir?
Today's code is your face. Get out of my way.
Today's code is this.
You're gonna start punching?
That is in fact Kylo Ren's code?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a feelings roll. It's action. You want to roll over your number. You're a puncher. You can roll 3.
2 success.
2 successes, yeah. You absolutely just clobber the one, and before the other one, like, he reaches for, like, his walkie-talkie, but before you can get it, you just punch the other guy, and it's like their head just hit the door behind them, and they both sort of slide down.
That's what you get.
Yeah, no, they can't hear you
That
anymore.
was so good.
Thank you.
And
Very well.
You're Kylo Ren. It's very good.
Thank you.
and now you're just standing outside of this door that's got, like, this keypad next to it.
Oh, okay. Well, Uncle Rare Bear gave me, all these instructions to be able to follow. I'm sure all of it's in this device to just go ahead and get us right through.
Perfect.
Well, let's see how well that works. We'll call that a lightsabers roll. You want to roll under your number. Ryer Bear did give you some plans. We'll say you can roll 2.
No. That's a big old no.
No, you give it a shot, and Ryer Bear's instructions do not seem to be opening the door. Maybe they changed the code since then.
Reroll?
Uncle.
You could try reroll if you want. I mean, that's up to you.
Well, Uncle Ryer Bear wasn't really great with details all the time. I know what I can do. Droids that are around, I go, hey, you droid, get over here, open the door.
And sort of evil BB-8 who's rolling by.
You. Don't make me dismantle you.
And it rolls over to you. And,
Open the door.
okay, roll a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number, you can roll 2.
Yay! Well, I got 1 success.
Well, 1 success is all. Oh, you
Yeah.
want
No, 1 success
1 success
is
is
enough.
success with consequence.
I will take one of them.
Now that you mention it.
Oh, consequence.
Oh, I got my number.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's 2 successes, and that droid goes to work, and it starts opening up the door, and into your ear pops the voice of the Force. You were on with the Force. Do you have any questions?
How many more layers of security are there?
There are there are a couple of more guards just kind of roaming the hallways on the other side. They can be avoided if you try hard enough and do well enough, but Force out. So yeah, that droid goes to work on opening that door, and we will cut back to the two of you who are headed down 2 levels to where the Force Ghost of Lulu Hun sensed the dark side. And when you now come to a door, this door is unguarded. It's a little bit of like a short hallway, and whatever's inside of it, it's not well lit. You can't really see anything on the inside too well.
In front of the door, getting ready for battle, I'm rolling up my cape and tying it around my waist so that I don't accidentally trip on it in the midst of combat.
Okay. Make a
That's
lightsabers roll.
Oh, sure. That was just flavor, so I don't
assist
sip on
flavor?
it later.
Yeah.
I can always assist you in tying your cape for... I mean, having gone on many of these missions myself, I do know how to optimize for stealth.
I kind of
We wear branded dressings,
Yeah.
unlike, of course, droids and their far superior battle attire, which, of course, is
I've
nothing.
really never seen you more comfortable in your skin before. In other people's skin, I suppose. It's great.
But
I
I will...
subscribe to this brand very hard.
All right. We'll just let you tie your cape.
That's the conversation we have while they're assisting me tying my cape around my waist.
Yeah, and
Okay, we can always go for it for a buff.
Okay.
okay,
Give me an asset?
sure. You can roll 2. It's a lasers roll. You want to roll under your number. Oh, you're helping.
Yeah.
It's also a lightsabers
And I'm familiar
roll.
with the ways of murder.
Okay, so you can roll 3. You want to roll under your number.
Get help.
Thank you.
And you can roll 3, I think now.
Yeah.
It's lightsabers. You want to roll
Lightsabers.
under your number. Your number is 3.
3 successes.
3 successes.
It's like
So-
Get
the
them murder
best
clothes,
time
kid.
ever.
Yeah, that cape is now tied in such a way so that like you can use it just like to deploy it like as a shield, as a distraction. Like you can
Yes,
sort of set up and you can
nice.
spread it like wings and sort of glide on it. if you
I
want.
am. It's a.
They just really rigged something up here
It's
that's
a
truly
multifunctional
impressive
cape.
given the amount of time put in. Yeah.
This is.
And-
You've booby trapped my body. Ready.
And you hear this voice from inside. Aren't you going to come in?
Do you think he means us?
I sort of trance-like walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you walk into the room, and in the room, standing alone in the middle, is Kylo Ren. And he looks at the two of you.
Oh, I thought it was going to be someone serious.
Not what I expected. Not off to a good start.
No,
I
I
don't
mean, I
like
expected more
being
professionalism,
insulted.
and what I see is, yeah, you're not even a smart-looking meatbag. I understand you can't be a droid, but there have been some on your side who at least aspired to that, and
Are you
you're
trying?
just...
Are you trying to antagonize me?
Oh, is that what that is? I thought it was just assessment.
Roll, make a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number?
Fuck!
You can roll 3.
Right.
May
I
I
have
assist?
Intimidating.
May I assist by being
But-
the like,
Oh,
hype man
discard.
back? Oh,
Ewok hype man, yes.
Yeah.
gonna
you
need some
are,
ice for those lightsaber burns.
Okay, you can roll 3 because you're so good at this in real life. It's a feelings roll. You want to
That's
roll
facts.
over your number. Your
It's
number
really
is
good.
3.
Get help.
Okay.
All right.
Also, 2 force questions.
Oh, wow.
And that is 2 successes from me.
Okay, we'll get back to you in a second. Force pops into
Alternate
your...
force
you're on
questions.
with the Force. Do you have any questions?
Where is the jerky factory located?
The Jerky Factory is dead in the center of the entire Evil Star Death Kill Murder Base Million Plus Infinity.
Wonderful. Is there a laundry chute that goes directly to that room from a feasibly close location to my exact location?
There is.
But you know, if we destroy the thing,
I know, but this is a principle thing.
This is
a
personal.
personal thing.
fair enough.
I need to destroy it before something arbitrary destroys it.
That is, you are so valid.
Yeah, there's a laundry chute if you wanted to, if
Is it
if
in
you
this
got-
room?
It's
I know, I
right
did.
down the hall
Okay,
outside.
okay.
If you had time to like chuck a thermal detonator down in there or something, who knows.
You know, who knows?
So yeah, force out.
Thanks,
and
Force.
you roll 2 successes.
Both force.
So Kylo Ren just looks really angry. He's like, "Well, you are succeeding in antagonizing me." And while he just looks like he's fuming and he's kind of cursing you, he's like,
Oh,
"Wrestle."
he just complimented you back instead of throwing a diss. Oh!
The force pops into your ear. Does Force have any questions?
What is the best way to defeat Kylo Ren and get the babies?
Well, the best way to defeat Kylo Ren is probably to psych him out with your awesome poetry abilities. But he might.
Extemporaneous poetry is a big ask, Force.
But that might not be your main problem. Force out.
I have 2 force questions, though. I rolled my number twice.
Okay.
What is my big problem?
There's somebody else in here with you. Force out.
I need to roll the force like one more damn time.
And Kylo Ren is just like, all right, fine. It just you wanted to piss me off, and now you've pissed me off. And he pulls his lightsaber and it lights up.
In that moment, I use the reflections to look around the room for another figure.
Make a lightsabers roll. You want to roll under your number. Your number is 5. You can roll. You can roll 2.
1 success.
While his lightsaber lights up the room, you glance around and you quickly think for a second. You catch you think you see what might be a Gungan standing in one of the corners, but then you look again and it's gone.
It's Gungan.
It's Gungan. The Gungan is Gungan.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And Kylo Ren raises his lightsaber and says, "Do you really want to try and take me on?"
I mean, what? Is it hard? I mean your abs, specifically.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, he looks down, I attack!
Okay.
I shoot him. In the abs.
You're gonna shoot him?
In the abs.
Okay. Let's say that is a lightsabers roll. You can roll 3. You want to roll beneath your number.
Good, because all of Kylo Ren is beneath me. Except M abs. Alright, that's 3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, you fire and those shots go straight for his abs, but before they connect, all of a sudden this lithe Gungan figure leaps out of the shadows with a lightsaber and blocks.
May I intervene? I'm just standing there watching this fight. I would see some figure come and attack my friend.
Yeah, you definitely see that figure like leap over and
Wonderful! I think this is time to deploy. And I just want to let my cape go and wrap up that figure.
Yes!
It's like a scoop, like a whoosh.
Okay. That's a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number. You can roll 2. And while that figure blocks your lightsaber fire, you clearly recognize them from the old stories as CC Hun.
Yeah.
Very old, but still very angry and very dangerous.
Yeah, very forceful.
And I would recognize them too. At least.
Yeah, you might have heard about CC Hun also, sure.
Russia told many tales of their adventuring.
Yeah, in fact, while you're walking up, the
Great Riku.
CC Hun sort of looks you over, taking you and pointing the lightsaber at you. How did you do?
I didn't roll yet.
Oh, you didn't roll yet. And
I wrap them up with 2. The force is strong with me today.
2 successes?
2 successes, both forces.
All right. You start sneaking up on her, and she starts monologuing a bit just to get this together.
Yeah.
And she's sort of just like, see, I made a deal with the First Order. I give them the 5 Jedi, and they deliver me all the progeny of my enemies.
Oh.
Rude.
Super rude.
All the ones who betrayed me all those years ago in episode 2, the prequel. and one person who betrayed me in a totally unrelated incident.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Cut me off
Everything's
in
fine.
traffic on the freeway and then didn't give me the little wave.
Didn't signal before she changed hyperlanes.
Can't.
Now revenge is my. And then at that second, you just come from the back and pulling the hood over.
Ah!
It just,
Hug.
and she starts swiping around with her lightsaber behind you.
Stab.
Okay, the stabbing is a separate
I'm
action
hungry.
roll. The stabbing is a separate action roll. We'll call that feelings. You can roll 2. You want to roll over your number. What are you doing while this is going on?
We've got a lot of-
While she's distracted and can't tell what's happening, I'm going to sneak up behind her and put a detonator on her back.
Oh. Okay. Ren is sort of watching this happen. You'll have to get past him. How did you do?
2 successes.
Oof. Yeah, you're stabbing the shit out of her back. She is not happy.
Backstabbed AF.
You
Don't murder children!
make a feelings roll. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 5. You can roll 3.
Yeah. Oh. There we go, there's one.
That's close enough. That's a success with consequence.
It is.
So you run up and you put that thermal detonator on, and you back up a little bit, and the thermal detonator is about to go off.
Oh, as the thermal detonator's about to go off, can I drag her in my cape and throw her down the chute into the jerky factory?
Thank you! You glorious telepathic creature!
You can sure try.
I assist!
Like
This is
funny aside, I don't want a thermal detonator going off in the room that I'm in on the person I'm currently clutched to.
Exactly!
So I need to get rid of it, and I know there's a trash chute around here.
Thank you.
Okay, let's say you can roll 3. That's a feelings roll. You're trying to help?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is
What are you doing to help?
I'm larger than my
So it's
Ewok
a physical
friend.
push.
Yeah, it is feelings, alas,
So
but like
it's
it's what I
feelings,
got.
You can roll 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get help.
You can roll 4.
I can roll 4. Ewoks are in the business of, unfortunately, gruesomely dragging bodies, so...
I think this is a fortunate instance, so.
You said this what? Feelings?
Feelings. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 3.
4 successes.
Oh, yeah.
2 forces.
Okay, do you have any questions for the Force?
No!
Okay. 4 successes, you absolutely, positively drag that guy out. The thermal detonator's ticking down, it's ticking down, it's ticking down.
As I'm hoisting up the body, I just say, from Rico.
Okay.
Yub nub.
From Rico, Yub Nub, you go straight down. The body goes straight down, but what I will say is, when you first did the detonator with consequence, when you attached the detonator, you kind of pinned your friend a little bit. So you pushed him right down the chute, but you go with him.
Oh!
And you ride down.
It is technically attached to my cape.
You have to let
Which
go.
is attached to you.
You can try and let go of the cape. I'll give you one shot at it.
I let go of the cape.
It's a feelings roll.
I'm
You
gonna
can
try.
roll 1.
So, what a beautiful
very
moment.
subtle.
And then just dragged.
Hey, Rogue One is included in this era.
How much?
It's
how many?
hope.
He said
How
one.
many?
But it's sequel era.
He said 1.
One.
You can roll
One
one.
die to let go of
To get your cape off before you're
You have
shut
a
down
mountain
the
of
leadership.
rerolls.
bouncy ball. I do have a mountain of.
Don't
rerolls.
get. Nope. I'm not saying anything.
And-
Her mountain's bigger
sorry,
than yours.
This is feelings, yeah?
Yeah.
Feelings. You want to roll over your number? Number's 3.
She just got a 1.
I saw.
There you
Force. So I
go.
Don't reroll.
are you re-rolling?
No.
I'm waiting. Okay.
Nah. I'll give you this.
Okay.
You pull
Okay.
that thing right off,
I'm
and
just
at the
up
last.
against the thing watching, and
Yeah. Post status. Thank you. And it looks like you get sucked down, and you are
I
scared
let
as
go
hell
of my
for a second.
hubris. Ah.
But yeah, you manage to hold on from the inside of the chute, and you kind of come crawling back out.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
it's
look
that
over.
moment
I'm
where
just
I
like,
got sucked in.
juice box.
You
Come back, little juice box. You were a good one. And then we get to see.
And then
Clink,
and then you
clink, clink, clink.
just paws with giant claws.
You miss me?
Absolutely not.
yeah.
Big fireball.
You turn around in time to see Kylo Ren running from the room, yelling, "I'll be back with reinforcements! Also, I'm a big fan of your poetry!" And we'll cut back to the two of you. You are roaming around in this isolated area, and you have those blueprints from Ryer Bear, which have been kind of shaky so far. Why don't you make a... Let's call this a lightsabers roll. Who's doing the navigating?
I guess I am because I have the device.
Okay, sure. Roll 2. You want to roll under your number. It's a lightsabers roll. We'll call that your number is 3.
Yeah, 2 successes, 1's my number.
Oh wow. So do you have any questions for the horse?
Nah, we're fine.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of time left.
Yeah. We will say 2 successes. Yeah, you absolutely find that thing. And it's got 2 guards on it who are just there. And as soon as they see you coming,
Guards.
they
1, 2.
pull. They pull their rifles and they fire at the ground in front of you. Essentially.
In front of Kylo Ren?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're still Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
So they pull the guns and they're just like, "Who goes there?"
Like, who do you think?
They see you and they're just like, "Supreme Commander?"
Come here. I've got something very important for the both of you.
They look at each other.
The pressure.
Now!
Make a
The pressure around your ankle
Are you throwing
disappears.
punches?
That was my cue.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a feelings roll for you then. We'll call that. You can roll 3. You're a puncher. You want to roll under your number. You want to roll over your number. Your number is 2.
I
That's
got
1 success.
I'm gonna reroll this. Both of us.
Do it.
3 and one is a forcey force.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions for the force?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely punch the crap out of those stormtroopers. Again, this is like you are so strong. You're just like cracking them like through their helmets.
Speed bagging them.
And the two of you get into position by the switch. Okay, we're
The
gonna do this
porg is
real
already
fast.
there.
The porg is already there, and
Just
we're gonna
waiting.
try and end this really
hit the
fast
button.
since we're getting near the end here. And we're gonna say there are basically 2 outcomes. We'll say while this is going on, the 2 of you, since Kylo Ren ran away, you were able to take the 5 Padawans and get them back to Katana 1.
Found them with my
In all the
sense of
confusion,
smell.
alarms are going off. You're running through the halls and stuff. The 2 of you are down by the switch. There's only 2 ways this could go down. Either you can set this thing to blow up somehow remotely, and you can make it up to Katana 1 and you can all escape. Or you can't do that, and you're just going to have to set it off now, in which case at least the 2 of you are going to go with the base.
The 3 of us. There's
Oh, the
Admiral
3 of
Porgy
you, because
here.
Porgy's with
Oh,
you
well,
too.
that makes
Porg.
the decision.
Porg
Oh.
is looking at you, going,
Oh, God!
Oh, no.
It makes narrative sense, and we set it up the whole time, and I hate it!
First, I'm gonna try to do a roll about us being able to do it remotely
Yeah.
before this
And I'm
happens.
gonna help because in his feelings because no.
Okay, it's lightsabers, because you got to figure out a system, and it's 1 die for you and 1 die for you unless you get help.
Damn, perfect setup.
Help!
Okay.
I got my number. That counts, right?
Yeah, that
lightsabers. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
you can
so
roll
it's 2 for me.
and it's a lightsabers roll. You want to roll under your number.
I got my number. I got 1 success.
You got 1 success. That is success with consequence. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make you re-roll your 1 success.
I still get to keep my force though.
Yeah. Do you have any
force.
questions for the force?
Is there a sack of sand in this room where we can
Porg raises their
that
hand.
like weighs as much as a pork? Okay, so now I don't have any successes.
Oh.
Reroll.
Reroll.
Oh yeah.
Okay. No.
Reroll.
I'll do one of mine also. One. 2 different dice.
Did you see this cursed dice?
No.
I'm out of rerolls, kids.
I have 2. Was that
How
one
many
or
did
2?
you-
That's one.
And there's
Okay. 2 more different dice. Do these 2.
Damn, you're
The
using
porg will
cursed
live.
dice. The porg must live.
1 success.
There.
One success.
Up to you.
Okay, what I'll say
Porg
is
is
one
ready.
success is success with consequence. Someone has to stay behind. You can make it. You've managed to figure out.
Roll the thing.
You managed to figure out how to rate. There's 3 of you here.
So it'll be 1, 2, and 3. 4 doesn't count.
It's all right. I need to live up to the legacy of the great Admiral Akbar. Go, run, go. And I take the porg and I put it on your shoulder. Go, just get out of here. I'm ready to box those buttons.
You're an amazing addition to your family.
Thank you.
And I will let them know what happened here today.
Thank you.
Jump off. Porg jumps off, back into your hands, puts their flippers alongside your face, and just. And then invisible drop, and you just feel your leg is really wet now.
Rushneck Wilbox, you are a credit to your race.
Thank you.
I will always try to live up to your example.
Thank you. No, go. Go.
And you go, and you run back to the landing strip, and I'm going to say you make it to Katana 1, and the ship just makes it off of the Evil Star Death Kill Murder Base 1,000,000+ Infinity when Rushneck Wilbax flicks the switch, and that whole thing explodes as you go by just in time to see Kylo
With
Ren's
the
escape
prisoners
ship.
on Katana 1. The prisoners
we
are
let
also
them-
on the
okay.
Katana 1.
Yes, you get to take the rebel prisoners with you.
Yeah.
And you have the fried frozen bodies of the Jedi Padawans, and you see Kylo Ren making his escape in his Darth Vader-ish, black TIE fighter kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that super sexy fighter he
Yeah,
has.
yes.
It's so hot.
with the
I want to fly a
triangle
fighter.
things, and yeah, he makes his escape, and you see him disappearing off into the stars, and just as the praxis effect clears from the explosion, you hear this voice, the voice of Rushneck in your heads. The Force will be with you always.
And also with you.
I open my mom's puzzle box, and it's a little holographic image of her going, I knew you could do it.
Oh.
And
Ugh.
yeah.
Senator Bebop busts out the most expensive bottle. This is my item, by the way. The most expensive bottle of liquor in the galaxy. And
A senator would have that.
I pour out for Rushneck.
Oh,
For Rushneck.
For Rushneck.
And you get back to Rebel headquarters, and what I will say is the Rebels go about unfreezing the Padawans from carbonite, and we'll have like a nice scene where you get some medals, and Rey congratulates you, and you see the 5 Padawans, and standing behind them is the Force ghost of Lulu Hun, who's sort of nodding approvingly over everything, and joining her, even though it doesn't make a lot of sense because you weren't a Jedi, is the Force ghost of Rushneck Wilbax, who...
That we knew of.
Yeah, that we did not know that he was Force sensitive, and it just turned out to be at the last second.
Oh, look, I'm a Force ghost.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Porg is so excited, going just visible, not visible, not invisible, not visible, pretending to be a ghost with you.
And the Star Wars medal ceremony music plays, and the camera pans up to the sky, and thank you so much. This was so much fun. We did everything except for your ramming speed. We'll say you used your ramming speed to bust out of the
Out of the vicinity of the
at
exploding.
the end.
Yes,
Yeah.
it would've happened.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. I can't believe how well that all worked out. Oh my god, the Admiral Akbar sacrifice. Oh my god, those eyes are so great. You might want to consider adapting this as a regular look.
Yeah, I think it's a day look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
works.
It's casual.
Yeah, exactly.
Serving looks casual.
Thank you so much to everybody who donated and everybody who subbed. And you guys have been so incredibly generous for this whole season and through all of Star Wars. Real fast, let's start. Never start on that side again. I learned my lesson.
Messed everybody up.
Oh,
I'm used to going from that.
Normally, Sam pitches all of our shows, and then it was my turn, and I was like, I don't know what
But now it's Elisa's turn.
Oh. Okay.
Eliza Pearl, where can the good people find you?
All right, I'm Eliza Pearl, at Eliza Pearl on Twitter and Instagram. And then Callisto6 on Fridays, 4 p.m. Pacific time on Geek and Sundry. And then Rat Queens, 7 p.m. Wednesdays Pacific time on Hyper RPG. And that's it.
Yeah. All right.
Sandra Love?
I'm Sandra Love. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaikovSky. In addition to Callisto 6 with the magnificent Eliza Pearl and the luminous Gina DeVivo, you can catch me with the incandescent Gina DeVivo on Plunders and Blunders, the D&D comedy podcast we do with our friends. That's released every Monday wherever fine podcasts are distributed.
Are you gonna show them that?
What? Oh, please.
I have
Oh,
had
it's not. It's
the honor
Not quite done?
of watching
It's not
this
quite
happen.
done. I'll post preview. There's a porg. I'll post it when it's done.
It's
Just
great.
needs a little blaster.
And I've been your resident Ewok and Pork, Gina DeVivo. You can find me on Twitter at Pocket Gina, and all of the lovely things that the beautiful people in front of me pitched to you just a minute ago. And also, Wednesdays at 9 p.m., 9:30. 9:30.
Nothing.
This is the part that I get the sweatiest.
Because it's the one show that Sam doesn't.
One and two.
One and two, okay.
I know all about
Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. You can find me at TBD RPG. We had a name change. I remember.
I know.
TBD RPG. It's an excellent. We play Weave Society or Weave.
It's great. If you love this show,
It's
you'll
great.
love that show.
It's great. Watch it. Just
If
watch
you like,
it.
So
you
good.
might also like.
So good.
Exactly. And if you are in podcasting mode, you can also catch me on Champions of the Earth for teens with powers and feelings.
And it has a
Yes.
Kickstarter right now.
And it has a Kickstarter. It's still going. It's amazing. It's been funded, but anything more is just going to keep making the show wonderful and better and all of the things.
It'll also pay for art.
It'll also pay for art. And
Pay artists. They're important.
Pay artists. We want to pay all of the artists. So that would be wonderful if you could check that out. I'll boost it on my Twitter right after the show, so you can find it there. Thank
Marky
you.
McCarty.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Markia McCarty. Same name, it's spelled like that. If you have DC Universe, that platform, you can see me on DC Daily. That's Monday through Friday that we have that. Doom Patrol is coming up, so we're going to be watching that and reacting to it and all that other fun stuff and different panels. Look forward to seeing you with that. Okay, so we're not going to be here next week. So my mom is going in surgery next week, and I'm going to fly to Florida and be with her. So if you want to send any vibes out, I would very much appreciate that. Specifically for swift recovery, because it's a thyroid surgery. So I have no doubt that she's going to be a-okay with that. But it's just to help her get better afterwards. So please send
Absolutely.
vibes. Yeah, she's the most awesome
Absolutely.
person. She's a total badass. Yeah, and her name
Tied
is
only
her
with
name
her
is
daughter.
Sincere.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what to do.
Send the vibes.
Send the vibes. Yeah, all
Good as
the
stuff.
good vibes. And I'm Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter at rbud913, or you can follow the show at Tempting Fate RPG on Twitter or Instagram. Monday is Broken Pact at 8. And Tuesday they have Starfinder at 7:30, and then Wednesday is Iron Keep. And we, as Markia said, are not back next week. We are off for the Oscars. I will be part of a show at Geeky Tees if you happen to be in the LA area, with Laser Weber and Dan Telfer from Mad Magazine, and Lucia Fasano and Amy Dallin and a whole bunch of other great people, where we will be doing some kind of stuff with quizzes and Oscar polls and stuff at Geeky Tees. If you're in town, come check that out. And then we will be back here the week after that. So we're back here in 2 weeks. And we are back with Carrier Penguins 3 Carrier Penguins. It is the Carrier Penguin sequel where everybody plays Max Isaacson's character Glenn.
What? Because Dom told you not to hit that stretch goal, and you know what y'all did?
I forgot.
You hit the stretch goal.
That's
Now
funny.
we're all disgusting, gross Glenn.
Hey man, I'm ready.
Yes.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
you were always the best Glenn.
yeah,
you were better
Aliza
Glenn than
was the
Max.
best Glenn. Unfortunately, we
So
couldn't
good.
get a date that worked for Aliza and
I'm
Max
not-
together. That's
I'm
why
not gonna
Aliza
be
is
there,
here
but,
today
uh,
instead.
I'm gonna be checking all the penguin mail that night anyway, so it'll be like I'll be there.
This is what we're going to be missing. Thank you. Yes, that is your preview of Carrier Penguins, which will have Max Isaacson and Ravity Damse and Omar Najam and Gina DeVivo and Sam DeLev. And that's in 2 weeks. And I guess that is everything. Thank you so much, everybody. You all were amazing.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Rick.
And thank you to everybody at home. You all, again,
Thanks,
were so
everyone.
incredibly generous. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for tempting fate with us.
Walking the dog sounds so pretty when it's played by a jazz band. Sleeping the frog is some ditty when it's played by a band so grand. Well, any tune sounds like opera when it's played with harmony. But if you want to be classy, play me Johnson Jack Jazz and you'll make a